Okay, I would like to take my 2 daggers handle side toward my body and go.
All right, you just be like trying to knock them off. You're trying to
Yes,
like little pancakes.
but again, the blade is out, so I'm totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but like cool. You know?
Okay.
Yeah,
Way
I don't know
cool.
if it was like an orangutan.
She's very dexterous.
Welcome to Fractured Roll, where a bunch of us entertainment geeks get together and play a little Dungeons and Dragons. And don't forget to make sure you follow and like. We are live!
Yay!
Welcome!
We did it!
We're live. Welcome everyone to Fractured Roll. We are so happy that you're here with us. Welcome as you join us in our geeky group of entertainment industry professionals. Here we've got Marlon.
Hello.
We have Jessica. No, we don't have Jessica, unfortunately. She's
Jessica, we miss you already. We
do
miss
miss
you
you.
terribly already.
We have a man.
we
I've been called that before.
Appropriately so.
So unfortunately Jessica's fallen ill, so she won't be able to join us tonight.
Get well.
Get well, Jessica. We love you.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
I don't know how much we love Hawkward, but we love you.
Hey,
I love Hawkward.
I love
Kidding.
awkward.
Of course.
And this will be the
Awkward's
first
awesome.
time I
I'm
don't
a unique
accidentally
person.
call Hawkward a she.
Right.
That's right.
Sorry, Jess.
Or will you?
We have Lana and we have Eric.
Hello.
So,
Welcome to
Fractured
Fractured
Roll.
Roll.
Fractured Roll.
Yes. Before we get started, we do have a bevy of announcements.
Yes.
Bevy or
Bevy.
a batch, or how many do we have?
An assortment.
Okay. I'm going to send it to Eric, but before I officially send it to Eric, I need you in chat to dictate the accent with which he makes the announcements.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
chat.
Yeah,
let us
please
know.
do it. Please do it. What's up, Blastertron? Blastertron's in the house.
Blaster
Blaster
Nathan's
Tron.
in the house. Nathan. It's very.
Hey, Lincoln.
Nathan
It's
is.
weird.
Okay, good.
Nathan is just. He's just
think he's our biggest
sending.
fan.
I think he's a little biased
I don't know what you mean.
on. I think he's a little biased.
Why?
Plethora.
Oh, the chat's just
Plethora.
trying to catch up. So I guess we can just banter until we get
Okay.
an accent.
Plethora.
So what was this about? You guys having a fight a few minutes ago?
Well, see, I'm studying jiu-jitsu, and Eric.
I'm just gonna say this, that our wonderful dungeon. Oh, we have to introduce our dungeon master, Matt.
Yes.
Matt Leishman. Matt,
That's me.
thank you for being
Matt Leishman, everybody.
being here. No, I was just saying Matt threw me under the bus,
Wow.
but thankfully not on the broadcast.
And not a
He just
literal
threw me under
bus.
the bus.
So throw yourself
was-
under the bus now.
There was
Eric.
an unintentional.
Cappy 47
bus
says
appeared.
hello to Marlon. Nathan
Hey.
Beard says he's got the hots for Marlon.
Hey.
Hey.
All right.
Who
Sorry
does
about that.
We all
Lana.
kind of do.
Hey.
So.
You know what?
All right. Well, a Swedish chef. Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
The Swedish chef.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Over
Thank
to you,
for
Eric.
that, Nathan. 40, welcome to a Fractured Roll D&D. This is we want to remind you that's going to get really annoying
You know what?
for a long
we
time.
apologize to all our Swedish fans.
That is going to get
Back to you.
Oh, and Pigeon says the second. Okay. This is getting really annoying. Okay.
I believe in you.
Welcome to the Swedish Fractured Roll, where we make the meatballs. We make a meatballs with no, we don't make a meatballs. A few announcements. First of all, support our Norse Foundry Dice Company. Norse Foundry Dice
Norse
Company.
Foundry.
Norse Foundry.
If you we are giving away.
It's bleeding into other stuff.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's perfect. We are giving away these dice right here.
They're amazing people.
They are.
They're metal dice.
Yes.
We are giving away these dice, or these dice right here, and from the Twitter peoples who retweeted and followed us. But if you are a new subscriber tonight, we will give you these dice. No, you are entered for these dice. So the newest subscribers get these dice. Number 2.
Okay. Maybe that's
we
good.
Switch?
No, what are you guys talking about? This is great.
Yeah, you doing a good
Oh,
job.
Nathan Beard's really happy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna go with the regular things for the next ones.
Yeah, I think
because we'll rip through
nailed
these.
the-
There are a few things that you can make us do. Many things you can make us do. For some donation levels, $5 donations, you can give everyone a D6. You can give somebody a D6 with a $5 donation. Donation is right under. If you just scroll down, you'll see a little. What are they called? Panels. You'll see a panel
That's
for how to
less
donate.
than the cost of something that costs $5.50.
True.
Wow, that's literally true.
Mathematics is a strong suit. Hey, a new follower,
Is that a
Real
follower?
Elijah and Cruz.
Hey!
Welcome to the Fracture Roll. So if you want to give a D6 to anybody, just donate $5. You can give a D6. They can use it at any point in the game to help them in their quest for utter Dungeons and Dragons dominance.
Oh, I like the way you did
If you give a $10 donation, Corian the Bard will sing a personalized song to you. It will be in Swedish.
Great.
And then if you give $15, you will initiate a fractured roll, which is the titular thing of this broadcast.
Titular
I
title?
got hung up by saying titular.
Wow.
Titular title.
Yeah, that is the way to do it. We do it. Okay.
Whoa, what?
That's the way we do it.
Okay.
Also, when we call a roll call, make sure in the comments you will do a hashtag RC and then what happens next, and we will choose what happens next.
Was that clear?
It's getting
You-
even more aggressive.
Let's shift
Yeah, he's
to...
an aggressive Swedish chef, you
Yeah,
guys.
no, it's
And
good.
finally, the final announcement for this evening is everyone be good to each other.
I agree.
Nice.
That's our final.
Very
Good.
nice.
It's a good one to end on.
I'm sporting a little nerd shirt tonight, by the way.
Yes.
Just wanted to.
I kind of am too,
Nervous
but I'll show it off later.
Oh, okay. Once you stand up for the little map thing.
It's
Anyway, we
always
want to
kind of Star
thank
Wars
you guys for being in here. So make sure you sound off in the chat. Sound off in the chat who you love. But in case you couldn't understand the Swedish chef, who was spot on.
Spot on.
In case you
Yeah.
couldn't understand the Swedish chef,
Hashtag
these
not
dice
spot on.
right here. We're giving away these dice tonight. We already have all of our Twitter entries right here, which were abundant. We have our Twitter entries right here, which are abundant. But if you want two entries, then become a subscriber tonight.
Yeah.
For a new subscriber, if you become a new subscriber tonight, you'll get 2 entries into our dice giveaway that we'll give away dice at the end of the night. It'll be in about 2 hours.
And how do we subscribe, Mr. Eric?
How do you subscribe? You subscribe to this by clicking on the subscribe button that's right above your screen.
Uh-huh.
It's above,
Or-
right? It's above.
It's a top right.
Thank you very much. You can also subscribe for free using your Amazon Prime membership. If you're an Amazon Prime membership, then you're a very good. And you can get very many kitchen utensils for a cheap and a free 2-day shipping.
Is this a brand deal for Amazon?
Yeah,
What's
brand deal.
going on here?
Twitch is a brand deal for
Oh,
Amazon. Let's
fair.
be honest. Amazon owns Twitch, so if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can. I totally forgot about this.
That's me, people.
No, look.
Amazon Prime.
Here we go. There we go. Lana, I should have done this in the beginning. We should have.
Let's start
Let's
over.
start
Everybody
over.
rewind.
Let's start over.
Sure.
Welcome everyone to the Fractured Roll.
What if everyone
Norsa
just
Foundry.
unsubscribes?
Here, don't unsubscribe. These are the dice right here, you guys. Lana and I will showcase these dice.
Beautiful.
Oh, they're right in the. There we go.
Oh, these aren't
Right.
them, but these are also
Yeah.
very nice.
They can't see the rest of you right now, just so you guys know. And also, if you become a new subscriber tonight, you can subscribe for free using your Amazon Prime account, become a Twitch Prime subscriber, and you get 2 entries into our dice giveaway tonight. Good luck to the winners.
That's right.
Or to the
Now,
players.
can I win even though I'm a player? Because I want those dice.
I want them too.
I know. That's
Dang it.
well, we'll see. You might be in this
Norsa
list. You might be in this
Foundry.
list of people.
We salute you.
We still love you. We
send
do.
us more dice.
Nice.
Yeah, that.
So welcome to Fractured Roll D&D, everybody.
Yeah. That,
Woo-hoo-hoo! I feel like
Please
this-
comment,
Yay!
chat. Let us know what's going on in the chat.
thank you, Eric,
The end.
for those.
Thank you, Nathan, for that wonderful suggestion. May you never suggest it again.
Every
Yeah, we
week.
might have to put a
we
banner
learned-
on this
We
Swedish
learned a
chef.
lesson today, didn't we?
I thought it was really.
Yeah, we
solid.
learned why the Swedish Chef sketches all were like really quick, and all he did was farty, 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 farty.
Yeah, that was definitely
True.
offensive to the country of Sweden. But yeah.
Hey, big love to all my peeps in Sweden. Olaf and Eric Erickson,
Magnus,
and Magnus.
Olaf.
Yeah.
That's who you choose to represent.
Mads.
once again,
Okay.
I have offended all Swedes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hashtag Eric offends Swedes. Let's get that trending on Twitter, shall we?
Clips, all the clips. That's what we need.
Please don't clip that.
All right. If there are no other announcements, let us get into our game tonight. Thank you. No. So, where we left off last time
Oh,
for
cliffhanger.
was a bit of a cliffhanger. Our band of adventurers had returned to the village of Renfeld from saving Felicia's life from some creepy little creatures. And, excuse me, shortly after arriving to town, they were notified rather fearfully by a member of the town that Hawkwood's farm was being attacked by. Her barn was on fire, and her farm and farm animals were being attacked by something.
His barn.
I'm sorry, my bad. His barn.
Hawkwood is a boy.
Yes.
Man.
So,
man
so
65-year-old.
that's right. So the group raced to Hawkwood's farm, only to find undead. Yes, I'm definitely getting to that. That's the most important part.
I thought that was on silent.
Yeah.
My home's
Just turn down the volume. Oh, new
Hey,
follower.
thanks for the follower.
Hello, welcome, new follower.
So,
Oh, I missed his name.
got to Hawkwood's farm. Thank you again.
Hey, CGI Phoenix. Welcome, CGI
Awesome.
Phoenix, new follower.
Yay.
I'm trying to get through this recap. People. Come
Hey,
on.
no, you guys, listen, as many times as you can
Do it.
You can interrupt Matt. Let's try to make him.
Let's make this 2 hours of me trying to do a recap from last week.
Fine.
So what you found at Hawkwood's farm was a bevy of undead mangling his animals, and sitting on the roof of his house was none other than Tolov, who had returned to them from briefly being away from the group, picking off zombies and skeletons one by one. Fight ensued. It was terrifying and probably quite disgusting, given that there were some, torn up animals involved. I hate to bring that up. Sorry, Jess. But they saved the day eventually. Some of the animals were saved, not all of them. The barn was lost. And as the events of the battle ended, townspeople were crowding around, and Willem, the waste rat, had timidly, the poo shoveler, as we've now dubbed him amongst ourselves, he timidly waved over the group, and I believe it was Corian
Yes.
that made his
Yes,
way
it
over.
was.
And it was simply
Willem.
revealed.
Willem.
Yes, it was simply revealed that Willem, as Corian approaches him, Willem says, I think I know who's responsible for all this.
And if I remember correctly, I said, "Who?"
And that's where we pick up tonight.
And that's where we'll also end tonight. See you guys next week.
All right, wonderful, everybody. Have fun.
Oh,
No, it's
no.
not that again.
Let's stop.
Now we should probably also mention real briefly that I am playing
Yes.
the role of Hawkwood,
Thank you,
which is
Lincoln.
Jess Verdi's character.
Played by Jessica Lynn Verdi.
Right.
Yes.
So, but tonight I will be playing her character and trying to destroy her character. No, just kidding.
Well,
No.
Trying to do her character as much justice as I possibly can. But see, I'm already a man. She's a woman playing a man. So
I would like to call out our first roll call.
I would like you to do that.
What do I say to Poop Shoveler Willem? So, what do I say to Poop Shoveler Willem? Everyone in the chat right now, what does my character say to Willem?
Willem.
Put in the chat #RC. What do I say to Willem? Do you have any other recap?
That's
Because
it.
it might take a few seconds because
That's
of the
it.
delay. But do the #RC in the chat. I want to know what my character would say Willem next. This is a chance for you guys to participate in the story, because I don't know what else to say to this man who is short
So
of
whenever
speech.
you hear any of us, myself or any of our players, call out roll call, that is the moment that we ask you in chat to get creative and participate with us, and either tell us what happens next or what is said next in the current conversation. So we're asking you now. Help us out.
I feel like we should have like a roll call.
Theme song?
Yeah, something.
Like
Yes.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Roll call. Roll call. Roll call. Roll call.
That was okay.
That was not bad.
Yeah.
We can work on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably work on the lyrics.
It's very repetitive.
It's to the point.
It's
Yeah,
a little
well,
repetitive,
yeah.
for sure.
It's going to be in all of our heads, though.
Yeah.
Roll
call. Roll call. Roll
Who's pitchy? You or you? I'm not sure.
No, we're harmonizing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Eastern.
All right, we have a couple of suggestions right
Okay.
now. There are only 2, so I'm
Okay.
gonna roll a d4 and find out which two we're gonna go with. Thank you for the 2 of you. Thank you, Nathan and Blaster, for your 2 suggestions. Let's see.
so 1 or 2.
1 or 2 for the first, 3 or 4 for the
Just do
second.
odd and even.
Oh,
No, just do what you said.
oh yeah, 1 and 3 or 2 and 4. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's
Great.
who?
Well, 1 and 3. 1 and 3.
So
That's
confusing.
embarrassing. Jeez.
What's
going
going
on?
on? Nice as old.
Sorry. Okay. A 2. I take the second one. I go to Willem and I say, snitch. I knew I could never trust a troll like you. I knew none of us could trust a troll like you. Willem, what have you done here?
Me? I'm watching. I've done nothing. I shovel poop. That's what I do.
Corian.
Everyone,
Be
come over.
Be kind to Willem.
Snitch?
Yes. I don't know why I'm calling you a snitch, but I'm calling you a snitch.
Before we get back to the session, let's go ahead and meet some of our characters. Corian Bazelon is always ready with a fun quip to lighten the mood, and is known to burst into song at any time. He grew up in a small rough-and-tumble mining town, but his ASMR blood and musical talents set him apart from his would-be friends. Corian finally seemed to find his true calling when sent to a small, prestigious bardic school in Pite. But while there, due to a very unfortunate and ugly incident, not only did he leave the school, he left his true calling in life, and at the same time lost his one true love. What he gained in that horrific moment, however, was unwelcome indeed, the companionship of a barbarian spirit, who he struggles to keep at bay within his fractured soul. He now lives the life of a somewhat nomadic bard, hoping to entertain those around him, and just as happy to swing a sword as he is to sing a song. Just don't look too closely into his eyes, for there you may discover a sadness and a struggle you wouldn't expect.
Tolov Halvival, the undisputed greatest archer of her generation, is a mysterious rogue drow with a dark past. Her caustic personality and generally antagonistic demeanor are the armor she wears to protect her secretly sensitive soul. After escaping a horrific childhood, Tolov lived on the streets of Kenawal, where she joined a motley crew of thieves and hooligans. For several years, she traveled with this thieves' guild, working directly for the Vadu crime family, until she witnessed members of the guild engaging in unspeakably inhumane activities. In search of a fresh start, she fled to Renfeld, with nothing to her name but her trusty short bow and arrows. Somewhere along the line, Tolov gained a reputation for being obsessed with gold and trinkets. But really, she simply longs for the comfort and security she has never known. When finally she came across this merry band of misfits, she was very guarded, as it typically takes her quite a long time to trust others. She is, however, starting to warm up to her new companions, and even considers at least one of them a friend. Kind of.
Barack
Baracus is a tiefling warlock that comes from a lonely past, who loves to eldritch blast his enemies. Baracus had a past life lived with a little bit of a thuggish background. He ran with a group of guys that were quite rough that he thought were his friends. After some time running with the wrong friends doing the wrong things, he finds himself in prison in a town far away. Baracus never truly was evil or malicious, just the result of a misled youth, and got too tied up with friends who truly weren't his friends. While in prison, he made himself a deal with a patron that turned him into the spellcasting warlock that he is today.
His name is Anarwick Wanderer, outcast, handsome for a hairy giant. In the last few years he's wandered alone and friendless, miles from the northern reaches of the Ambershade Forest, a place his people simply call Amber. Yes, Anarwick and his tribe are furbolgs, a type of cute, cuddly giant. Anarwick stands about 8 feet tall, enormous biceps and pectorals, sometimes forgetful of his own strength. Don't ask him to pull your finger, I'm just saying. Furbolgs are natural druids, guardians of the forest. They usually keep to themselves, hidden but strong. But even as a child, Anarwick didn't quite fit in. With his father as leader-in-chief, this often made things awkward. Though furbolgs avoid contact with outsiders, Anarwick was enamored with a small troop of entertainers, taking refuge in the Ambershade Forest. Truth be told, he absorbed a little too much of their outside music, stories, and culture for his parents' taste. Ah, teenagers. Long story short, Anarwick found himself banished for 10 years until he could grow up, return, and prove himself ready to lead the tribe as their rightful chief. A beast of a fighter, Anarwick wields a sword called Aegis, a replica named after a hero from a play that shaped his childhood dreams. But he still seeks his family's legendary sword, Inarel, lost when his parents disappeared defending the Ambershade Forest years ago. Now, Anarwick finds himself traveling with 3 adventurers, in a way, living the stories, plays, and songs he so revered as a child. But mostly, for the first time in his life, Anarwick feels like he belongs.
Corian, please be kind. He is a living creature.
Okay, thank
What
you.
do you say?
Okay, fine.
What?
Right, Willem. Well, out with it. This is the way I'm treating him because it's easier this way for him to get stuff out. Trust me. Out with it, Willem.
Listen, I see a lot of what goes on here. A lot. And I've never seen anything like what I saw 4 nights ago. I was at my dump site, and a shiver. He just starts to shiver, and he's shaking. There's like a remembrance of something that he's experienced. I was at my dump site, and I felt this terrible cold and a fear come over me, and then I started to get sick, just sick. And I don't usually get sick from shoveling everybody's,
Feces.
filth.
Crap.
That. But I could see from a ways away, something, moving towards me.
Was it poop?
No,
Was it urine?
No.
Oh,
It was
that's all you really know, Willem, let's be honest.
No.
Okay.
No, I know wagons. I have a wagon, and this
Is it full of poop?
Let
was a
him
wagon.
speak.
It's not poop. It's garbage with a little bit of poop.
Right.
Always.
But I saw a wagon pulled by a horse. I don't think it was a horse. And it was driven by I don't know what it was driven by. It had these pale purple eyes, and I was terrified, and I had to hide. I feared for my life. And so I hid my wagon, and I hid myself
Where?
in a copse of trees behind my dump site. And it passed by. Thank the goddess it passed by. Because it terrified me. I've never felt that kind of fear in my life. I don't know what it was. I've never been so happy to see a wagon pass me by. I'll tell you that. And now that I've seen this, what I saw must have been involved. Must have been. That horse?
So a horse,
That horse was
with
a dead
purple
horse.
eyes.
No.
It was
a
not a
horse.
horse.
The horse that wasn't a horse was being ridden by a
A
being.
being with
with
purple
purple
eyes.
eyes.
Well, yeah.
Would any of
The
them?
horse was dead. Just like those
Dead.
Oh,
Walking
right.
Dead. Now that I've
Well, they're not walking anymore.
seen
right?
them,
We killed
well, yes. Thanks
I
to
killed most of
thanks to her arrows.
them. Correct.
them.
Didn't save all of my animals, however.
No.
We're sorry about that, Hawkwood.
Yes, we're sorry.
Are you?
Yes, we just said so.
Yes.
Pardon us, Willem. Pardon us. Can we do it? Would one of us know possibly anything about a creature with purple eyes?
No.
No. Okay.
I mean, you can make a religion check if you wish.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I shall.
Too bad Roland isn't here.
Yes, man.
Roland?
Roland the cleric.
15, 16, 17.
No, you don't know what that would be. That's a great roll, though. I had a higher DC in my head. So.
Did you tell anyone about what you saw?
No, I saw it leave. It went south west. It went southwest.
Southwest.
I didn't tell anyone because it left, and I just was scared.
And this was 4 days ago.
This was 4 nights ago.
4 nights ago. Hawkwood, you were probably sleeping here when that happened.
Yes, I
Oh,
would
my,
have
my,
been.
my dump site is not close.
Oh, I thought you meant coming this way. I thought you were near here.
No, I was at my dump site.
Oh.
Confused
Which is-
because Hogwarts barn smells like a dump site.
I did not
I
say that.
I
Hawkwood.
clean
I
it
did not
as
say
best
that.
I
It's good
can.
for the earth.
Sure.
My dump site is the reef needs me far from town. It's a good.
It's understandable. It's not because of your personality.
No.
Willem, you have a wonderful personality.
Well.
Huh?
When it comes out, you do.
Huh.
It's just a stench that is really difficult to maintain closeness to you. I want to give you a piece of advice. You should shower. Like douse yourself with water. Every once in a while, just clean water.
Daily, if possible.
Every day.
Next week,
No.
I'll do that.
Every day.
Maybe now is a good time.
Yes, possibly
Are
now.
you quite used to the smell?
Smell? That's what I saw, and I'm convinced that it's responsible.
Thank you, Willem.
Were you able to see what was inside the wagon at all?
Any gadgets or weapons?
Gizmos, aplenty.
No. I was hiding, and it was very dark. It was. I was late. I was out there late, so it was nighttime.
Why were you out there so late?
Well, it was a day that had a lot of poop.
Mm. Yeah. Oh.
Poop happens.
Hawkwood, what happened that day? Was there some sort of festival or something where people ate a lot of things? Probably.
You mean
There must have
did lots of people poo?
Yes,
on
there was
that day.
probably something that.
I imagine lots of people poo.
I don't follow such things. I just do my job. Just do my job.
I
want to keep doing my job.
And the creature just passed by. He didn't do anything.
No, he was follower.
Alobrio, a new follower. Alobrio.
Whatever it was sniffing.
Like it had a cold.
Sniffing.
Sick.
You think it was sick? Like it had its sniffles?
It had a cold.
Oh.
And
I
it was
hate
also
when that
dead.
happens.
That could explain the color.
So it had a dead cold?
Dead?
Rubbing its eyes.
Yes, the horse was dead.
The horse was
The
dead.
horse
Was
was
the horse
dead. It was
also
a living
sniffling?
dead creature.
No, the horse was
Moving.
just shuffling along.
Shuffling.
But it was dead.
And not
Yes,
soothing.
like those.
Yes.
Yes.
They're dead.
Yeah.
The living dead.
Well, why are they walking if they're dead?
It's magic.
Yes.
Willem.
Magic is quite inconvenient.
Yes. Willem, it's very difficult to withstand the smell of you still right now. I don't know if I can stand much more of it,
Okay,
but thank you for your information.
give me a Constitution save.
Oh, crap. 18.
Okay, you're barely able to withstand the stench that you so eloquently described to the,
So
to
they
the
went.
audience.
So they went southwest. They went southwest
Yeah, I mean
in that direction.
Willem's dump site is north of the town, and so he would have watched him head west and then south.
Toward Hawkwood's barn.
Not necessarily, but like around the village,
Okay.
to the west of the village, and then south. South of the village, you would know, is the village lies on a river, the Whistle River, and so he would have headed that direction on the outskirts of town, heading south, as it what you assume would be bending around the village toward the river.
Willem, do you know if this happened to any other homes or barns?
This?
This.
No, I don't. I see a lot, and this has not ever happened before. Mm-mm.
Well, that's great. My barn and home only.
Hawkwood, why do you think it happened to your barn?
Because I have lovely animals here.
They were very lovely.
Perhaps they wanted to eat them as food.
Cows are food.
Cows are food.
Not for me.
Well, we all have different views on things.
Well, I feel. Thank you, Willem. Is that all the information that you have for us?
Yes.
There's something else?
No. I don't know anything else.
Okay.
We do a perception check to see if William's telling us.
Sure. Give me an insight check.
Let's see. Maybe I shouldn't do it.
You have to.
You must.
You must.
Well, grand old 7.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
All right. Well, that would be all, Willem.
The barn. Can I help clean your barn?
Yes.
That would be
Yes.
wonderful.
You can clean the
Yes,
whole barn.
William.
Yes.
Whole
Oh.
Yes.
barn?
Yes. In fact, it would be fantastic if you just cleaned up all of the creatures.
Well, that's
We've had a long day.
I don't know if Hawkwood necessarily needs to. Hawkwood, you probably don't want to clean it all up, do you?
I feel like I should be with them in their last moments, but I don't want to. I want to, but I don't know if I can.
Okay.
it's my job.
It is his job. It's not where it kind of is your job. You know, if he wants to forget the whole thing.
Do you want to? I can bury them.
Yes,
You can bury them.
please.
I can shovel. Good.
You can
Perhaps we should say a few words
Oh, that's a fantastic
for the
idea.
fallen.
I guess.
These animals,
These animals
have died
died
and
and
passed
to
to
another realm. May they
Prosper.
prosper. Allongé.
Willem has left you. Started to walk towards.
How could he not
deceased
stay
animals.
for that beautiful choral?
That was
prayer?
that was a very stirring.
Hawkwood?
Yes.
I know that you, this is a very difficult day for you.
Very.
And you've lost a lot.
Why do you keep reminding me?
Because I feel like maybe we should seek retribution.
Yes.
And ensure that it doesn't happen to other animals?
That's exactly what would happen.
Speaking of insured, do you have insurance?
What is this insurance of which you speak?
That answers that.
Okay.
I didn't know they offered insurance in
It's
this
an
land.
it's an elven thing.
We love insurance.
They're advanced. Yeah. The whole union of
Insurance agents.
insurance agents throughout the land. Okay.
They're very progressive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Cor.
Listen.
They're not all farmers.
I don't get it, but if I did, I would think that was terrible.
Listen, the Elvins are in very good hands.
In all states.
Oh my gosh.
Aggressive.
It's contagious.
Look, I'm just a guy
Oh, no.
cohabiting with other people.
Guy.
It just flows.
State Farm.
I
Okay.
didn't get that one. Not too far.
Not words.
Okay. So you
Can
had
we? I would love to walk around and see if there are wagon tracks.
We should search the bodies as well for any clues.
the bodies of the undead.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Perhaps I can also retrieve some arrows.
A brand,
you can
perhaps.
retrieve half of your arrows.
And I can fix some of them. I can fix some of the
Hey.
broken ones.
Hey, Master Ram 210 is a new follower.
So you'll be up to what?
Cheers, Master Ram.
10 or 12, something like that. Did you have 20 to start with?
I had 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say you have 12.
Okay. Sweet.
So you wish to inspect the bodies of
Yes.
the undead.
Search them for brands. Search their weapons for any signs.
Insignias.
Okay.
I would like to help.
You're okay. You're both
I will help. I will help
Okay.
my new friend Hawk. Not my first friend.
So
Stop calling me your
Hawkward,
friend.
Hawkward, you and Corian are looking through the bodies of the undead.
Is that all right?
What are you
Hawkward?
doing?
Yes.
I'm going to help them.
You're going to help them.
Yes.
You're collecting arrows.
I'm very busy.
Okay. So
Which is understandable because we need those arrows.
So you, as you recall, what you were fighting against in this little horde were zombies and skeletons. And as you begin to sift through these creatures, it's apparent very quickly that they weren't like warriors. I mean, these were commoners. These are the deceased bodies of simple folk.
Are they people that Hawkwood recognizes, like people of this town?
Give me a intelligence check.
Me as well.
18.
Well, this would be awkward. 18. What you would recognize is that the tattered clothing is similar to. Hey,
Hello,
follower.
Hey, Destructo. Thank you, Destructo. Welcome, Destructo, to Fractured Roll.
So what you would determine, Hawkward, is the tattered fashion that you see is very, very similar to what you would normally see around
Rental
town.
desk.
But I mean, there's no distinguishing marks for you to be able to say, "Oh, I know that's Jimmy Bob from around the corner." Definitely not. But you get the sense that they're common folk. They're probably local.
These seem to be local common folk.
But you don't personally know them?
No, their bodies are decayed.
What would make...
Baracus, give me a perception check with advantage, because there's more than one of you looking around.
Where's advantage?
You roll twice.
Just roll twice and take the higher of the two rolls.
Okay.
Oh, 15.
Okay. You notice as all of you are searching through these bodies, given your unique background, based on you being a warlock, you notice that there is an odd lingering aura around all of them. It's barely perceptible, but you can just see, almost not even see, but sense this hazy purple aura. So, I mean, that's the only word I have for it.
That is similar to the color of the eyes of the creature.
He's seen it.
I see it.
Does
you tell it to us?
I see it. I see it. Not
Because
to
if you did,
I see it. There's a strange aura.
what color?
Purple.
This is similar to the eyes of the creature.
These are not any ordinary creatures. They're from somewhere. I just can't remember where. I've seen creatures like this before.
Give me a religion check.
6.
Not high.
Maybe he is high, that's why.
So, yes.
These are not creatures. These are creatures I've seen before. I just can't remember where.
Think very, very hard, Baracus.
Try harder, Baracus.
I'm trying.
Don't let us down.
Now,
Let me play my lute. Yes.
Corian, were you saying something about investigating something else?
I wanted to see if there were any insignias, and I also wanted to see if there were the wagon tracks.
Wagon tracks.
Yes.
Um,
Or looking around the grounds to see if there's some sort of a passage tracks that we might discover.
There
Looking
were
around
wagon
grounds.
tracks several days ago.
What you do see when you look around the farmstead, easy enough to see, is the path by which this little horde of undead would have been walking on the outskirts of the farmsteads of town. Yeah, because there were a number of them. Tolov killed many of them
Hundreds,
before.
thousands even.
Yeah. Many of them took out many of them prior to you guys joining the fray, and so, like I said, there was a small horde of them, and it's easy to see through their where their undead meanderings and wanderings had taken them, and it's
They don't travel very.
they don't travel quickly.
They don't travel with stealth.
No stealth. If they're walking through brush, they tear right through it. And you see this. You see that they're walking. There's a swath of damage to the grass and shrubbery and whatnot. But what is most curious is that it's not like a random wandering. Like there is a directionality to where they would have come from, and it's almost as though they maybe Hawkwood's farm was the first one they came across, and they saw the animals. And
we should follow to see where this came from. And I do recall that when we went to see Willem, we did see these wagon tracks.
Well, Hawkwood, I'm happy to join. I go and give
All my animals.
go and give him a hug.
No.
A one-armed hug.
No.
I put one arm around your shoulder.
Side hug.
A side hug.
Side
Yes.
hug.
Hawkwood, learn to accept some empathy and sympathy.
Quit pushing your hugs on others.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
It's getting weird now, first friend.
Well, Hawkwood, if you would like to go investigate what has done this to your farm, I am more than willing to join with you. I can't speak for... Well, now I can speak for Tolov. That Tolov would like to go, and I'm hoping that first friend Baracus would like to go.
Perhaps seeing closer to the destruction's source will jog some memory of purple stuff.
Purple floaties.
Yes. Agreed.
Baracus, are you in?
I'm in.
Let's go.
Should we rest first?
No.
No. Yeah, we shouldn't.
What
Sure,
time?
we'll
What's
be
it's
best. Your
what?
home is
This is
not.
I would like to
probably
recover some hit
this
points.
is probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes, we should rest. This is some serious stuff.
Maybe yes. We should do a short rest.
I have 6 hit points.
Oh.
You announce that to the group? Do you awkward?
What are you talking about?
What does that mean?
I am feeling weary from the battle,
Oh.
and I'm still wounded.
Well, you rest. I shall stay awake and keep watch while you rest.
Well, is this a short rest?
Short rest.
Short rests usually don't have a nap. It's just like you get in your bearings. You take about an hour.
And I
you
shall
get all your
sing-
spell slots back, which is great for warlocks.
I shall sing the song of
I guess I'll
rest.
take a rest as well.
And recovery.
I mean,
Yes.
you're within the town limits, so. So yeah, typically short rest. If you want to get hit points back, then you have 2 die you can roll for your hit die, and for all of you, I believe that's a D8. So if you need Tolov, you don't need any because, as you've said before,
Unscathed.
yes. You would roll. You can roll 1 or 2, and to each roll you add your Constitution modifier, and that's how many hit points you will kind of, earn back from your brief little rest.
Excellent.
And you won't get any of those die back to roll until you've had a long rest.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
But you don't get those back for short rests.
well, you use your hit die to up your health during a short rest. Like, let's say you have 2 and you only use 1, or let's say you use both of them. You just use both of them.
I don't need to.
Okay. Did you use 1?
I'll use 1.
Okay. So, yeah. So after a long rest, he will earn that 1 back. You earn back half of what you've used. So if he used 2 of them on your next long rest, he will have only earned back 1 of those 2 hit die. Hit die are kind of a funny mechanic in the game. They're not totally intuitive, and it's a bit challenging to kind of wrap your head around it, but that's all it is.
Trying to
So,
erase the Xerox copy here. Why isn't that erasing?
so you've had a short rest. You've got all your spell slots back because warlocks are awesome that way.
I will retrieve my hammer. I have consumed my power.
What happened to your voice?
Okay.
Yeah. That's my kind of voice.
and as you go
Yes.
ahead. Yeah.
I was going to roll 1 as well.
Okay. Good.
Established my power.
With your Norse Foundry die,
3. With
add,
Norse Foundry
add
die.
Your, add your Constitution modifier to it.
Foundry die. 6.
Okay. So you've stretched, you've kind of got your bearings, you made some plans. New follower.
Wolfmaster 619 is a new follower. Follower. Thank you for joining Fractured Roll, Norse follower.
We did the mugs.
We did.
What do you do now that you have a new follower?
Let us go.
Let's go follow the path.
Okay. Easy enough to do. This path, like I said before, it follows kind of a roundabout, fairly directional, targeted, focused path around the outskirts of town. It does not take you very long, probably a half an hour at the most. So now it's about...
Taters Time is a new subscriber! Fractured subscriber, Taters Time!
What is that sound?
That's the
that's
dragon of subscriptions.
Wow.
I know Taters Time. Taters Time.
So,
Stop it.
thank you.
He entered two entries in the
entries.
dice giveaway tonight.
Nice.
By the way, sorry DM, I'm gonna interrupt you for just a second.
Good.
Remember, if you want to be entered for in the Norse Foundry dice giveaway, please go. How about it? If you love dice, you can get a.
Who doesn't love dice?
Who doesn't love dice? You can get a discount on dice using FROLL as a discount code. But we're giving away this free set of dice tonight. Two entries for any new or returning subscribers.
And that discount code works at NorseFoundry.com, correct?
NorseFoundry.com.
FROLL.
Yep. And it's in the
You'll see it.
You'll see it. It's in the panels down below, and it's also you'll see it come through on our scrolling thing. But Taters Time.
Taters
Stop
time.
it. There he goes.
I love it.
Sorry.
All right, so we're
I'm sorry. I
following.
had a little
Our
bit
new
of a brain.
favorite friend, right? Okay. Great. So you follow this munged up, crunched up path of grass and shrubbery as it goes around town. And 20 minutes, half an hour later, it brings you to the village cemetery.
Too soon.
Too soon. We should search the cemetery.
Okay. You see before you, it's not a large cemetery. I mean, the town has been here for quite some time, but it's it's not like a big sprawling cemetery that you would see on a hillside in some city or town.
We should check for danger also.
Okay.
What do you do to check for danger?
I don't know.
Well, can we see?
Perception check?
Can we see where it's? I mean, we can see that it's coming from the. So what are we standing outside
Open
the
graves?
gates of the cemetery? Or where?
It's an open cemetery. There's no walls. There's no gates. There's just like
so if we're still following
there's
the
just
tracks,
yes.
then do they end at the cemetery, or do we follow them and each one goes to a grave site? Or
Give me a perception check.
okay.
Anyone gonna help him?
Yes.
Advantage.
Yes, advantage. I needed the advantage. Oh, excellent. 16 plus 2, 18.
Yeah. So it's pretty evident that a number of the grave sites in this cemetery are disturbed. The placards and gravestones have been toppled, torn up holes in the grass spotted all throughout the cemetery.
I'd like to go down to one of those holes and look to see if you can see into. See if it's an empty.
So
I'm assuming it's an empty grave.
Yeah.
But I want
So you walk over to one of the torn up holes in the ground and you look in, and it's easy enough to see that you can see, and it's 5, 6, 10 feet deep, however deep these graves are. And there's evidence that there's torn up wood from a coffin, and the ground is thrashed, and
it seems the dead have torn themselves out of their graves.
Someone, though, should check for evidence of magic of someone
Baracus.
raising.
Yes, yes.
Do you see any purple mist?
Do I have to roll for that?
Yeah, you can give me. I'd say give me a perception check. I was thinking Arcana, but we'll do perception again. Perception should be under wisdom.
10.
No, 10's not a, normally that's not a high roll, but 10 is enough for you to once again see even less than what you saw on the undead at the farm. But you do see just a small hint of a purpley mist in this hole that Corian is looking in.
Baracus, what do you see?
They were here.
The dead, yes, they came out of the...
Yes, the two, but the dead that was there before, the dead that we just fought, the dead we fought, undead.
Yes,
undead.
right, yes.
They
yes,
were
yes.
here.
They were dead here.
They were
came
dead.
out, yes.
Then they were undead.
Yes, they were undead. They were dead here. They were dead. They were here.
Right,
Did you
right.
see any evidence of purpleness?
I did.
Really?
I did.
Where?
Just south. Heading south.
Down towards the ground? Down south?
No, not south. Not down towards the ground. South.
South. Oh.
South of the cemetery.
You can see a trail of purpleness.
Trail of purpleness south of the cemetery.
So great, let's go create some purple rain.
Oh, that's not...
I don't.
No, best friend. Not here.
Not
Why
the
do you
Prince
say
of Puns
stupid
tonight.
things?
Did Jess tell you to say that?
For this reason,
A
Hawkwood.
little bit of mist south of the cemetery. Just a smudge.
Let us follow it. Hawkwood?
We just came from south. My farm is south.
Well, you skirted on the north end of the village,
Yes.
and it's kind of wrapped around on the eastern side of the village. So if you headed south, it would take you. I mean, it would take you down in. It would take you around the eastern edge of the village.
Should we
So.
quickly take a look and see if there's any gold?
Yes,
That's where your head is at. Right?
that's what you
Well,
like.
They're not using it,
Or anything that could give us more clues.
or that.
Or that. Well, Josie must. I gave you mine.
True that.
True that.
Could I roll a perception check?
What do you want to do? What are you trying to do?
Search for additional
Dead.
clues or gold.
Clues or gold?
Gold?
Okay.
I'm trying to be accommodating.
Yes, I did.
You know, you had mentioned before that you wanted to look for danger. Is that what you had
Yes.
said before?
Should I do that instead?
No, I mean, I'll say this. Give me another perception check. This time with advantage.
Well, natural 20.
No.
Okay.
Natural 20!
And it's 6. So 20 plus 3, 23.
20 just means automatic success. So in your effort to investigate this area,
Yes.
what you do see are distinct wagon tracks,
I knew it.
and and they're easy enough to see. They're probably 20, 25 feet away from the cemetery proper. But what is distinct to you amongst the the wagon tracks is a dragon. No.
We didn't notice him till
There's
now.
a weird spot of ground that is black. And the grass there is charred and dead. And yeah.
This could be the remnants of some kind of spell of a dark nature. Pun intended.
Why do you say this?
Hawkwood, that leave the puns for me.
Yes,
That
it
was
didn't.
not a... Yes.
didn't flow so well.
We're over insurance. We're not talking about insurance anymore. So just leave.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
All right, so I would think this is a spell of some sort, but could also be something covering up an entrance to the ground.
I think I need to check for magic.
The wagon tracks that you do see, they lead two different directions. You don't know.
They split?
No, I mean, it's left and right.
Oh, left and right.
So standing over them, one leads away from the village and one generally leads in the direction of the village, but it's kind of angling away.
And nothing's leading directly to my farm.
Nothing's leading directly to the farm. Where you came from, you can see the tracks go off into that direction, but they're angling away from the village.
There's no way to tell which way it was coming in and which way it was going out.
No.
Have you told? Has he told this to us?
You could make a survival check. That's like a tracking check, if you wish.
Okay.
If you wanted to try and determine the directionality of said tracks.
Okay. 11.
You can't tell.
Okay. We should. This area is black and
It's like a spot on the ground like this big.
Oh, it's a very small spot.
Yeah.
So
I tell
there's
them
wagon
about the small
tracks.
spot.
So there's wagon tracks. Baracus, are you able to look in one direction than the other direction and see if there's stronger purple mist in one direction versus the other? So that I would think that if it's in the direction with stronger, that means that's the more recent.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
You get what I'm saying?
I got the first sentence.
Yes.
So I can, and I shall check.
Yeah. Make a perception check for that.
Damn it. 6. 6.
Are you able to tell?
Not really.
Baracus, my friend, what has happened to you today?
I don't know.
Somebody please donate $5.
Somebody
Somebody please donate $5 to give him a
I
D6.
haven't eaten.
He needs a $5 D6 is what he needs.
You could inspire him.
Yes, I want to give you inspiration. Baracus, as first friends, you can do this.
Thank you, I guess.
And I take out my lute and I strum a C minor chord, which I know is a warlock chord.
No, indeed. So this is the Ozzy Osbourne chord?
Probably.
Okay. All right.
From Bark at the Moon.
So you can check again and roll an additional D6 to your check.
My hips are starting to move to the sound of his.
Beautiful.
So make your perception check once again at the D20.
I watch.
And then add an additional
Consternation.
D6.
All
roll.
of our hips are moving to his beautiful
Not
words.
mine.
Come on.
15, and then 5.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
That's 20. That's 20.
Yeah. You can tell that this, and at this point you have kind of attuned your senses a little bit more. And no, not at all.
No, that's right.
and you can see that there is a stronger sense of this aura as it moves in the direction towards the farm. Again, it's not going to the farm. It's angling off away from the village proper, but
In what direction?
Mostly west. Hey,
a new follower. Doom Daddy X. Doom Daddy X. Thank you for following Fractured Roll.
Mostly west, but slightly north. I mean, you get the sense that it's kind of headed. That's the general direction that Willem's dump is.
Yes, it is.
So where he saw them 4 nights ago, he said.
So the purple mist gets stronger as it gets closer to Willem's estate.
Perhaps it is powered by poo.
No.
I know, Hawkwood. I know you're feeling.
I know that mist too. It's green.
Yes.
This is purple. It's in the direction of William's quarters.
Oh,
Does it go behind the quarters? Does it stop?
No, you don't know. I mean, it's a half an hour
It's in
walk.
the direction of William's quarters.
Let us follow.
Before we go,
Yes.
can we please search the area to see if there are weapons, gold, trinkets,
Yes.
medallions?
Okay,
Certainly.
Is
sure you
up?
can.
In general,
why?
we might need them.
We might need.
She
them.
needs
I-
arrows.
I just couldn't help but
Arrows.
notice that you really have a fascination with material possessions.
Tola. I agree. Let's search. Brockus, some people have different priorities.
Is that important right now?
It's very important to have gold always,
I guess.
and arrows.
I survived
arrows,
quite
right,
well without
arrows,
much
yes.
gold.
Fair enough.
Yes, very arrows.
Arrows are very important. Yes, and gold buys us things.
Like
Brockus.
Oh, roll already.
Okay, just go.
Well, let's just look
What
for
am I
gold.
doing?
Yeah, so you'll roll
Look for gold.
an investigation check. Are you were
Investigation.
helping?
Yes,
'Cause
yes, I
so-
will help you.
So you either can both roll or you can roll twice, Lana.
Oh. Well, I mean-
20.
Okay. So yeah, you callously look around this cemetery, and you don't find any arrows. But you weren't looking for arrows, were you? Yeah. I mean, you go so far as to get your arms and upper body dirty enough to pilfer down into torn up holes in this cemetery.
Let's be clear. Telo only goes into already messed up graves.
Yes. Yes, that's what I assumed.
Yes.
So, and this is it's a modest village, but people are often buried with some of their valuables. So I will say that you find two silver necklaces and we'll say 2 gold bracelets.
Lovely. Thank you.
How'd the digging go, Tolov?
Couldn't find anything.
I stand there with my arms crossed, just waiting.
Yes, we should make our move. Would it be helpful if I talked to some animals to see if they saw anything?
Dodo, you've gotten everything you needed.
Do you
Out of
see
the
any animals?
No arrows, unfortunately.
Well,
It was a
There's
bust.
not a lot of animals around.
Any
this
birds
cemetery.
flying overhead?
The sound shows chickens, but no, there are no birds.
All right, I say we continue now in the direction.
Yes, let's go towards Willem's. I can't believe we're gonna have to smell that stench again, but let's go towards Willem's.
Well, remember he's at Hawkwood's barn.
That's right. That's right.
So you follow these tracks, following some odd ethereal mist. Okay.
yes.
So you generally are walking back the direction you came from, but again, angled slightly away from the town itself. His farm was right on the outskirts of town. I mean, so as you travel, you notice on the ground periodically, not very often, but periodically, these weird black scorch marks. Again, they're just like small plates, right? Where the grass is burnt and singed, and and it smells rancid and awful in those spots. But you follow it, and about 45 minutes later, you get to what can only be described as Willem's garbage dump. I mean, there's big pits that he's dug all on his own in the ground, with large heaped up mounds of earth, obviously as a result of digging these big pits. Some of which are full, and it smells just awful. If you've been to the city dump, then you know what you're smelling, because it's just the filth of the village.
And the smell of nature.
Yes.
Well, I mean, this is the bad nature.
Yes.
Awkward. I'm sorry.
Can I do a perception check on the purple mist again?
Sure.
15.
You get the same impression that it's been here and it continues on past.
It continues past.
Yes, I mean you can discern that there are wagon tracks.
Yes.
Willem also has a wagon, but you've been following these tracks from, Willem's tracks go directly south down towards the village.
Shall we continue to follow?
Purple mist goes. It follows Willem's tracks.
No,
It doesn't. Okay.
Gather.
It just keeps going off into where?
beyond, west.
Into west.
West
Not
away.
on a path anymore.
No. I mean, no. There's some mild indication that there's wagon tracks.
Okay.
Is there enough light to safely continue our following of the tracks?
Yeah, it's 5:30 right now.
The purple mist continues.
Let's
continue.
This
This
There's a faint track following it. I've seen this before.
I've smelt this before.
You were talking about two different things.
Oh,
here.
right. Yes. Sorry.
Yes. This purple mist, this presence, these creatures I've encountered before. I'm not quite sure what they are yet, but I think we're in for some trouble.
Is that all you have? You're not quite sure?
I'm not quite sure. It's been a minute. It's been a
Literally,
while.
literally 1
Not
minute?
literally 1 minute. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Okay. So what do you do?
Let us follow.
Continue to follow the purple mist.
Okay. So you walk for another half an hour as these tracks. They maintain their distance from the village. They go around the outskirts of the village, heading generally westward. They slowly angle south towards the river. The river which lies at the southern border.
Have we seen any other scorch marks as we go?
Yes, you have.
And they're
Not many of them, but
they're about the same interval every.
yeah, generally they're about the same interval. Probably one every 100 feet, 200 feet. Yeah. So you carry on. If you keep traveling, you make your way all the way to the bridge that crosses the river. And near the bridge are some simple homes. One could call them hovels, but they're not derelict. They're just simple, small homes. You're now on just on the edge of the western edge of the village, and it's probably starting to get a little dark. It's about 6 o'clock or so. You've done a lot of walking in the past handful of hours around the town, but you don't see anything. Like right on the edge of the bridge, where the bridge meets the grass and the ground, there's another black scorch mark right there, and it is burnt and sizzled and corrupted the wood of the bridge as well.
Is it recent?
Give me a survival check.
Nine.
You can't tell. You can't tell.
Well, we're in a bit of a spot. It's getting dark. I don't know if it's wise to, if we encounter something when it's dark. I don't know if that's exactly wise.
Perhaps we should check with a local farmer to see if they could put us up for the night, and we could also offer protection.
No.
I mean, you are at the village, so there's an inn also. I mean, whatever. What do you want to do?
Should we have a drink?
Yes, let's eat.
Perhaps someone else has seen
Let's
something.
Let's go get some mead.
Baracus needs food as well.
Do we need to cross the bridge to go?
No, you're on the village side of the river. It's It's not a small stream. I mean, this is a legitimate river.
Okay.
But it's not like the mighty Mississippi, right? It's a good river. It's probably.
And this is the edge of town.
This is on the southwestern edge of town. Okay. Yeah, it's probably at least 30 feet across. Like, it's not a small bridge. So you go into town as the night falls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is depressing. I would normally go home to my farm. There's not much to go home to.
Before we go into town, may I investigate underneath the bridge? Just peek underneath.
Sure.
Feel something's there.
Sure.
Give
me an investigation check.
Nothing good can come from that.
And I would like to check the water.
Do you want a different die? Put that one in dice jail. So you kind of clamber down the edge of the river on the side of the bridge, and you getting your feet a little bit muddy, a little bit wet. Looking around, you see evidence that maybe like a homeless person might have been spending some time down here. There's a lot of cobwebs, but you don't really see anything else.
Okay.
Did you find anything?
Any gold?
What is with you? We are not focused on gold right now. There's
Just a simple
creatures
question.
have attacked this village and killed Hogwarts animals.
No.
Yes.
Tolov, there will be gold to be had.
There will be gold eventually.
There will be gold
in life,
to be had.
That is not the priority right now.
I wouldn't mind getting some food in my stomach.
But first, can I check the river proper? The water itself, to see if there's
Maybe you
anything
can
hidden.
speak with a swimming salmon.
So you're going to stand at the river's edge and just look and observe and try to see what you see. Just tell me what you want to do, and I'll adjudicate.
I like the idea of talking to one of the swimming beasts
Beasts.
Okay.
with my speak to animals.
Okay. Give me a nature check.
19.
19.
Plus, it's do I get, if it's a proficiency, do I get extra besides my?
No.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So 19.
So you I mean, there's fish in this river. Hawkward, you would know that there are a number of fishermen that spend their time on this river. Yeah, plenty of fish to be seen. Not anything beyond that, though. Nothing hidden in the river that you can tell.
Did you talk to the fishies?
Excuse me, young fish. What is your name?
You don't get a response.
Are we still next to the
Only mammals.
How'd it go?
Not well.
Yeah, I think it's animals. Are fish animals?
Animals of the sea.
Part of the animal kingdom.
Chicken of the
Dolphins.
Chicken
You could
of
talk
sea.
to a dolphin or a whale.
Are we still at the edge of the river?
sea? You are.
Perhaps there's a muskrat.
May I walk onto the bridge to get a better look at the other side?
Sure.
Okay.
It's still, it's dusk.
It's dusk.
So you walk halfway out onto the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will accompany him for safety. There is safety in numbers.
All right. So you walk out onto the bridge. It's a sturdy bridge. It's well made. There's a subtle, click clack as the heels of your ostentatious boots.
Warlock boots.
It's your warlock boots. You make your way about halfway across, and what are you doing now? Are you just looking around? Are you looking beyond
I'm
to
looking
see?
beyond to see what is on the other side of the bridge.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
18.
Okay. What you can see is there's some more simple homes on the edge of the bridge, on the edge of the river on the other side. You assume that they're also like fishermen, hovels. There's another black spot on the bridge. Not quite all the way to the land on the other side of the river, but there is.
Is the purple mist continuing off to the other side of the bridge? Guys.
Yes. What did you find?
I see another one of those black spots on the other side of the bridge, and also the purple mist continues over the bridge. So I know we're hungry, but I feel like we should continue on. Can we do that?
Well, my concern is that it's getting dark. And we're hungry.
I can hear Corian's stomach growling.
Talavi is saying.
But I am also thirsty and hungry for revenge and to stop this killing of animals.
All right, I'm willing to go forward with it then. Fine, let's go.
Please silence your stomach.
I will silence my stomach. And I pull out some beef jerky.
Okay.
Where did you
My
had
bag.
You had that the whole time.
Rations.
First friend.
Rations.
First friend.
Yes.
What use? You had it the whole time. And you hadn't said, oh, let me share some of my jerky.
Well, I thought we were going to go to mead. I toss him a piece of beef jerky.
Sure.
I catch it and I
Okay.
get upset.
Hawkwood,
Okay.
absolutely no offense that we're eating this, but we need the protein.
Just don't let me watch. Don't chew when I'm looking. It's the carcass of an animal I once may have loved.
You know what? Now that I think of it, we should have actually taken some of Hawkwood's dead animals and might have.
No.
You're right. Just a joke.
No.
Bad idea.
Just a joke.
Bizarre
Just
suggestion.
a joke.
Let's follow.
Not
Let us follow.
Okay, so you continue to follow this mist?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a... Who's looking? You are looking? Give me a survival check.
That's a 20.
Okay.
That's 20.
So there are tracks that are clear to you in your dark vision as the dusk is falling. And you can see them heading off pretty much south straight. I mean, not too far beyond the river, there are a number of growing foothills, expansive amount of foothills in that particular environment. And they just head that direction. And you're noticing that as night is falling and it's getting darker, that the mist is less discernible.
Ooh.
Perhaps we should go back to the tavern.
Well, now, do you change your mind?
We don't see as well.
So, none of us have torches or something.
I might have a torch.
I mean, you all have
Dark vision.
dark vision,
We all have dark vision.
and even with it, it's hard to discern. Yeah, I mean, you begin walking, and you've walked, until the sun is set, and it's once the sun is down, you can no longer see what you saw before.
Damn.
Let us go to the tavern and ask if others have seen
experienced
any
this.
strange
Yes.
things.
All right. Let's go.
Is that okay, Brockus?
And perhaps you can
Total.
try. You can all try some vegetarian delights.
Doubtful.
I'm not going to do that.
I might eat some lettuce if it's put on top of a very nice big patty of ground up cow.
Why would you
Let's
say
go to the tavern.
Okay, so you've walked out of town quite a ways, so it takes you another hour to get to the tavern. It's about 8:00 at night when you get there.
Jeez.
Okay.
We all want to go to the tavern that bad,
So
How's that half piece of beef jerky treating your stomach?
It's gone now. I hate it.
So you come into the tavern, and there's a number of people here. This is where people come after a hard day's work. They get if they don't have a means of cooking their own meals at home, this is where they end up.
Hawkwood, do you know who owns this tavern?
Yes. That, of course, would be that gentleman.
He does know. Hawkwood does know. It's and I mean, you guys have been here before.
It's the same
the
tavern.
tavern.
It's the same tavern.
It's
Oh,
the
great.
same tavern.
Oh, great.
It's the Bone Drop
Where
Inn.
we
You-
met.
Oh, it's the
Nice.
Bone Drop Inn.
Yes.
I understand.
So you come into the Bone Drop Inn. There's the hubbub of people eating and just relaxing, having their drinks. But there is you see Rose, the barmaid. She's off to the side, and she's having kind of a heated argument, or a heated conversation at least, with an older gentleman. And he's very heatedly gesturing and pointing and
I walk over to them.
And you walk over.
Yes.
Ho,
Rose. That's saying hello.
okay. Before she can even respond, this gentleman who's speaking to her, he turns and he looks at you and he says, "You and all of you, you're the problem. You're the problem. Okay? This used to be a good town. This used to be a good town. I was telling Rose, her father is missing, Ralph. Crazy wolves attack town when you guys show up. The dead are walking. Hawkwood's farm is ruined. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Hawkwood. But the dead are walking. Ralph's missing. What else is going wrong?
My friend.
There's a string of robberies in this town. This has never happened before.
Perhaps coming
Ever
back
happened.
to the tavern was a bad
I
idea.
saw the creepiest thing I ever saw a few nights ago.
Let me guess.
Okay, Smarty.
Were there purple eyes?
A dead-looking horse still walking.
And his face, like the color from his face drains. And he says, Yes. And I'm sure they're here to find you, whoever they are and whoever you are, adventuring types.
The same type destroyed Hawkwood's farm. Why would we be searching for them if the Hawkwood was in on it?
We saved your town. Show some gratitude.
Hey.
Okay, don't love.
Hey. Okay. I don't know about the town. You killed some wargs, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't know. You. All I'm saying is that all this crap started happening when you guys showed up. He's a little, right. Clearly, he's a little inebriated.
What's your name?
I'm Angus.
Angus.
And I'm one of the premier fishermen in this town.
Yes, I've had some of your fish.
Of course you have.
Yes.
If you've had fish here,
fantastic.
you've had my fish.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Rose has helped me have some of the fish, in fact.
Rose is a sweet girl. I'm just trying to talk some sense into her. Her father
is
he's
missing.
my neighbor on the river, and he's been missing for almost a week now. Yeah. Just I was at his place the other night. And I'm
Wait, since he's been missing.
yes.
You were at his place after he's missing.
Taking
Yes.
things from his home.
No, we wouldn't accuse you of that.
I wouldn't do
You
that.
said
I
there
was
were robberies. I'm just
there
asking
were
questions.
robberies. Everybody knows about the robberies. I was looking for him. I was in his home looking for him, and I felt this terrible bleh. You know what I'm saying?
You could sense this creature before you saw it?
You
Well-
felt a bleh.
Well, I
Was it more of like a
I could see
bleh, or was it more like a bleh?
the second one.
Like bleh?
Yeah.
Did you vomit?
Sick. I was
You
sick.
felt sick to your
I
stomach.
almost got sick. I was in Ralph's house and I could see out the window.
You almost
This-
Ralphed in Ralph's house.
Well, you have a strange way of putting things,
Yes.
but I almost did. Yes. I looked out the window and I could see this thing, this shadowy wagoneer.
About 4 nights ago. Count them. 1.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
Angus,
About 4 nights ago.
did you see him do anything that might have scorched the earth?
He was waving a stick around.
A fire stick?
No, I didn't see any flame. It was dark at night. I would have seen flame. There was stuff splashing off of it when he waved it around.
What color?
I don't know, it was dark. It was in the middle of the night, wasn't it?
We don't know. We weren't there.
Yes.
Good.
Angus, why were you in the middle of the night looking for Ralph?
In his home.
He's a friend of mine. He's my neighbor. And I was just concerned about him. Okay?
Can I see if he's telling the truth?
Sure. Give me an insight check.
11.
He seems pretty sincere.
Angus is an upstanding fisherman,
Thank you, Hawkward.
even though
Yes.
he kills fish.
And Angus,
All I'm saying, I appreciate your help with the...
and I appreciate you providing
with
the
the
fish
beasties.
because I've had so much fish here while I've been performing.
But it's the only conclusion I can come up with.
that
you know-
we brought all of this trouble on.
Well, only 2 of us have come here. 2 of us have already lived here. So only 2 of us must have brought it on.
Well, I know
And only-
Hawkward. Hawkward's from here.
Hogwarts from here.
But I don't know you very well. You're...
He's awkward.
It is
You
true.
say so.
I am awkward,
But Hogwarts been here the whole time.
and I don't eat meat or fish. So we have never had a
There's nothing you can tell me that will convince me that you are not the problem. And as he screams that, sorry, Mike, as he screams that, Oscar Telbin, the proprietor of the inn, comes stumbling out.
That's the one. He's the owner.
And he looks awful. Like he looks terribly ill. He's shuffling around. Angus, you get out of here. You've had too much to drink. And Angus is like, freaked out by the coughing and the sick pallidness of. I'm sorry about Angus. You know what? He's a conspiracy mongerer, and I'm sorry, I have not been feeling well lately.
Oscar, how long have you been feeling sick?
Just the past few days.
4 days.
I don't know. Few days.
Did you have any contact with a being with purple eyes?
No, I run this inn.
Do you have food poisoning?
Not at my inn. Not at my inn.
Yes, no way. This is
No.
the finest inn in town. Only inn in town.
Now that you mention it, though, a few days ago, I started smelling a reek in my cellar, and I just figured something had died, maybe a family of rats. But I haven't been feeling well since then. I am tough as an ox, though.
Wait,
I'm gonna get over this.
Did you go check your cellar?
Well, I go in my cellar all the time. It's my cellar.
But so you smelled something terrible.
Yeah, it's not good. It's
and
not
then
good.
it's,
I have
do you
to.
still smell it?
I do.
Surely that's a health code violation. You serve food at this establishment.
Well, it's my cellar, and appreciate it if you kept it down, but it's my cellar. I mean, it's, you know.
Would you mind if we checked out your cellar?
You'll clear out the dead rats?
No.
Did you hear about Hawkwood's farm?
I did.
Those were the undead.
They were what?
Undead.
You mean like living dead?
Like dead, living dead.
That's awful. That's.
Are
What's
you
happening
sure that's
in this
not
town?
happening in your basement right now?
Oh, my cellar is not that big. But there's no skeletons and beasties, and I mean, there's wine and cheese and.
Perfect. We'll
meat.
check it out.
Well, okay.
Say no more.
All right.
I would like to attempt cure wounds on you.
Okay. All right. So you lay your hands on.
I ask permission first.
Sure. Okay. You lay your hands on him and you chant your prayer of healing, so to speak, and it very 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 briefly he thank you. There's a moment where he feels some relief, but quickly reverts right back to his illness. Well, that would, if that would make you feel better, I suppose I could let you down in the cellar. I mean, like I said, I'm sure it's just a dead rat or a lot of dead rats, but they can get very nasty.
Excellent, thank you.
Let us check.
Yes, please lead us to the cellar.
Okay. So he.
Whoa.
What was that?
Sniper Guy Gaming. Thanks, Sniper Guy Gaming, for hosting us.
Hey!
Thank you.
That's the people that are watching him are watching us now.
Oh.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome all Sniper Guy Gaming's stream.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Roll call.
Oh.
Roll call.
So how are we gonna do it this time?
I don't know. What do you want them to decide?
Yes, we will decide. The alarm just went off, so I'm just saying roll call.
So we're going down into the cellar.
You're going down.
So it could be something.
Hey,
like that.
Sniper Guy Gaming, new follower.
Thank you,
May
Sniper
all
Guy.
of your snipes be true and on point. Headshots for days.
Wow,
Headshot.
that's
That is
Okay.
inspiration for Sniper Guy. You get a free D6.
Do not make black and white.
Okay.
Make
Yeah,
sure.
I'm styling.
So let's wait till we get down there to see what happens.
Okay.
So he has a rag in one hand and he's he's coughing into this thing.
This is not good. He does not have a normal.
I'm
sickness.
gonna take my my scarves and put it up on my nose because
Okay.
I don't want to catch anything
Okay.
that's communicably terrible for
We
my
should also be
undeadness.
very careful.
I would
Could
recommend
linger.
all of you. I recommend all of you cover your nose and mouth.
Okay. So he leads you down to the cellar. It's through the back room, and as he's walking out, he calls over to Rose. Rose, I'm gonna take these fine people down to the cellar. They wanna see what they can see. What the smell is all about down there. You look.
Hey, Ridgie, D305. Ridgie, thank you for being a new follower. May your ridges be as ridgeback as the mountains on which we have hiked.
We haven't hiked any mountains yet.
Good one.
Indeed. So he leads you down, and you get a look at her, and she's not looking very good either. Like she's not hardly
Rose?
she's not hardly as ill as him. But she you've met her before, and she doesn't
we have.
she doesn't quite look as well as she once did.
Well, her dad's
Previously.
missing too.
And her father is missing as well. So
Very sad.
Oscar, he leads you down A number of steps takes you down underground to his cellar. You're probably, 15 feet underground at this point. And you walk in, and what you see before you is a modest-sized room. It's probably 15 feet deep, 25 feet long. There's sconces on the walls. It's dark. It's cool, right? There's stacked barrels. There's stacked crates. There's sacks of food, and there's a rack full of bottles of beverage, and there's a foul reek down here.
Oscar, where did you find anything down here unusual other than the smell?
I can't be down here any longer.
Oscar, before you go, was Ralph down here? Before he disappeared?
Ralph?
Your neighbor.
Rose's dad.
Rose's dad. Angus is his neighbor.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, Ralph.
Hey, Wolfie's Maji is a new follower.
Hey-o.
May your waffles be as
Ralph
Stegen?
Yes.
As a mage.
No, I haven't seen him in. I haven't seen him in.
Wolfie's Maji. Hey, a new banshee is a new follower.
Hey-o.
May your new banshees be just as powerful as your old banshees.
Oh. And may they not
It's probably
blow your
new,
ears
but-
out as they scream at your face. No. No, I haven't seen Ralph in quite some time. I don't get out of the inn much.
Have you heard anything in the basement? At all?
Heard anything?
Maybe when you were upstairs you heard something downstairs.
No, just the smell and now that we're talking about it, I'm down here. I can't.
Oscar, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Baracus, I want to inspire you to check for purple mist.
Yes.
Okay.
I shall check for purple.
How do you inspire him?
Baracus, I may I?
May you what?
May I touch you?
Why do you always have to touch
Why do you have
others?
to touch
This
me?
is the Asimar way, my friend.
Why do you have to touch me? You can touch my
Baracus,
wrist,
look
my
me in the
wrist, my
eyes.
wrist.
Okay. Fine.
My wrist.
Fine.
My
I grab him by the
Okay.
wrist. See, Baracus. See.
Like,
It's
Like the
listen,
sea?
it's a little bit like it's a little no.
Letter
No,
C?
Did
no,
you shift
no.
to Espanol?
It's like
or-
no, I did not. It's like when Adrian said to Rocky
See,
when she
What
when
is
she woke
Adrian
up,
and Rocky?
she said, "Win, Rocky, win."
I don't know what
So
you're
that's
talking
it.
about.
See,
I don't know what
see,
you're
Rocky,
talking
see.
about.
Okay.
I've got this, first friend. So you can
I'm just
chill with
inspiring you. That's all. Because
So-
you have
Thank you.
not seen very
Okay.
many
Okay,
things
we don't,
today.
we don't
So-
need to go there. We don't
He's
need to go
inspired
there.
you, so
Some days we're off. Some days
So-
we're off.
Okay, fine. I'll sing him a song, Nathan. Baracus, may you see.
So what are you all doing down here? You're inspiring Baracus.
Yes, I'm inspiring Baracus to
I am
look.
carefully looking and keeping guard because I suspect something foul
This
and evil.
smell is a
Okay.
smell that I might
Speaking of
smell
smell, I'm
before.
sorry, these.
And you're looking for what? You're looking for purple mist. Okay.
It's a smell that I might
Tolov,
smell.
are you doing something down here?
I'm searching for cheese.
Cheese. Okay.
Right.
Roll perception, and you are looking for danger.
Danger.
Roll perception.
11.
Ooh, 21.
You find the cheese, and it is good.
Cheese, anyone?
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to eat anything from the cellar right now.
21.
Okay. You find no danger, but you do hear an odd sound in the far corner. It's an odd sound. It's coming from somewhere. Yeah. You don't see anything. It's actually a blank space of there are no crates or barrels or bags in the far corner of the cellar, but you hear an odd sound.
10.
You don't see any purple anything.
I
That
think
was the
we
best
should
of your
investigate the sound.
What sound?
What sound?
There is a sound coming from this wall over here. Can you not hear it? It is an odd sound.
Now that you're all over there, you can hear something now. There's like a weird scratching.
Proceed with caution.
Okay. There's a weird, and that's it. I mean, there's a sconce on the wall. It's illuminating everything.
And it's just coming from the
The other
wall.
side of the wall.
The other side of the wall.
The other side of the wall.
Or in the wall, or you don't know.
Can we look to see? Are there any doors? Are there any doors that might be like secondary?
Give me
doors that go into it.
Give me an investigation check. Anybody wants to help him?
I would help.
I want to.
Jack of all trades. I get another +1 for that. 21.
Ooh.
Okay. Two things you've noticed. The stench is worse over here, noticeably. And you are barely able to discern that there's an outline of a door in the brick wall that you can see here. It's cleverly hidden, but
So it smells worse here, and there's an outline of a door on
Why
this
are you
wall.
pointing out that it smells worse here? We all have noses.
But I'm the one who can tell, and there's a faint doorway outline.
That I did not know.
I am going to assume that there was a dead person. That there was a dead person on the other side of this wall who is now alive. That's my assumption. That's all I'm going to say. But I am. But there's a doorway here. Can I go? I go up and feel it to see if we can feel.
I mean,
it
feels like stone.
Just feels like stone.
Yeah,
So there was just like a trace.
But you're able to discern that there's like a subtle, consistent line, top and bottom, that would denote a doorway.
I
And
have
it
a crowbar
doesn't
and
feel-
10 feet of string. What can we do?
We can use the crowbar.
And a hammer as well.
So that it doesn't feel like it's been filled in, or like it's smooth as day. But there's just a.
It's a very well fitted stone that matches,
must be
that
a-
almost perfectly matches the stone on all the other
Let's go
walls.
ask Oscar.
Oh,
He
may
won't.
I'll just blast the door.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah,
Do that.
I can do that.
You can do
Let's do
that.
that.
All right.
You can do that.
Okay, I'll just blast the
You've
door.
also got a thief who has,
Lock picking.
lock picking and stuff. And
But it's stone, isn't it?
Yeah, there's
Well-
no.
You can find them.
Stone.
Probably find them.
yeah, I mean,
Fair enough. Let's try your way first.
okay.
What? I
Try
feel like we should try the thief way first. I don't want to
But
get
if there's
blasted.
something undead on the other
Well,
side,
what
I
if-
would rather kill two
what if
birds
he-
with one stone.
What if he blasts? Hey, no pun intended. What if he
What if
blasts
there's a person
the
inside?
stone and it comes back into our faces?
Well, everyone else take a
Or
step
a
back.
lovely
I'm
rat.
going to walk back up halfway up the stairs.
Okay, so you walk back halfway up the stairs.
Yes.
You two back up a little.
I back up quite a
Not to
bit,
put words
but
in your
pull
mouth.
my hammer.
Your hammer's out. Great club slung over your back.
Ready.
And I'm ready to. I'll just blast the door.
Okay, roll for attack.
All right.
Stand back! If anyone's on the other side.
Shut up.
Why would you?
Shut up. All right, ready?
What if this is like his account?
Ranged spell attack.
19. Well, wait. Plus.
Plus probably 4 or 5.
Plus 5.
So 24. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a door, right? It's a piece of the wall. Boom! This your eldritch blast cascades from your arm and slams into this thing, and there's catch-a-boosh! Roll for damage.
Which one?
1d10. It's that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
10.
10.
Fresh
Okay.
friend.
Oh no!
So
I thought it was for your damage.
So stone and rock
Oh yay!
go shattering
I did
everywhere.
too.
And you've blasted a hole kind of right where you would imagine there to be a like a handle for this door.
Very well done, first friend. Very
Right.
well done. I'm
You-
sorry I
so-
doubted
and
you.
what
I
you've
apologize.
blasted
He
away
was your first
is
friend, but
you've
not
blasted
you.
away the stone,
Done.
and you've removed this many inches thick layer of a stone outer veneer on this door, revealing like a reinforced wooden door behind this.
Another door.
Yeah.
There we go.
I-
now we have a wooden
I-
door. So now we have
Now.
picking
Baracus-
thieves. There we go.
Baracus,
to be.
I would like to apologize.
To all of us.
Yes. To all of you,
We're ready.
particularly Baracus.
I require no apology.
Thank you.
I do.
Sorry.
You didn't say it. Finish.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
For
Mispronouncing your name all the time.
thank you, Corinne.
Tolov.
So what you see again is I mean you can see like the handle of a door behind this big blasted shattered
So,
part of the door.
can we see the lock mechanism? Is there a lock mechanism?
There is a lock mechanism.
Can we check for any traps?
Sure.
I checked for traps.
All right. Roll an investigation check. You're kind of looking around in this thing?
Yes.
Okay. This is usually the job of the rogue, but our
Well,
bard can do it tonight.
I got a 12.
Okay.
You should
I'm
have
checking
done
for
the
traps,
bard.
everyone, and I
You don't find any
don't
traps.
find any traps.
I've just taken out my small file, set of lockpicks, small mirror with metal handle, narrow bladed scissors, and pair of pliers. And I'm ready to work.
We could also check to see if it's open first.
True.
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 Does someone jiggle the handle?
Not I.
I will jiggle the handle since I'm
It's locked.
It's locked, Hawkward.
Good.
Thanks anyway.
Thank you for your contribution.
Awkward, that was a fantastic.
So you're making a
that was
lockpick check
fantastic
on this?
Yes.
So roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Bang.
22 plus, where's the proficiency bonus? Is that it?
That's top left.
Oh.
It's plus 2.
Oh, so 24.
Okay. So very quickly, you're like clickety click click bonk, and it is unlocked. Easy.
See, there we go.
Is there still scratching noises?
Yes, there is.
Does it seem to have gotten more frantic, less frantic, same?
Same.
Let's get this over with.
Yes. Who's going to open the door?
Not I.
Not I. Not it.
I only have.
No,
a
you know what? I'll open the door. Fine. I'll open the door. I pull out my rapier.
Wait a minute.
Where's that
Yes,
Tolov?
I'm not
You're
doing well.
injured. I will
Yes,
open
I
the
am
door.
Where's
injured.
that Tolov open the door?
I will
All right,
open the
Tolov.
door.
Tolov open the door.
My
I think
hammer
that's
is
smart.
ready.
I pull out my keen-bladed short sword.
Sword.
No, wait, you're opening the door. I put that away. I pull out my hand crossbow.
Great.
Okay.
Am I covered?
I have got you covered.
Excellent.
I got you back here.
So-
Alright.
Eldritch, the Eldritch is ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to do another one.
I have a dagger in one hand, and I open the door.
So you open the door? Okay. So you open the door before you.
Miniatures.
Map
Flip.
time.
Map flip.
Map time.
Map.
It's ready for something.
So this is the cellar. You come down the stairs. You've been in here, and this is the corner where you've blasted the wall open. And this is the secret door that you have revealed, leading here. And as soon as you open the door, Tolov, what you see before you are two dismembered hands that are clinging to the ceiling.
Oh.
They dislodge themselves off and fly at your head.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I duck.
Roll for initiative.
Initiative against hands.
Is that
D20.
They're here and
Plus your
here.
dexterity, right?
So Tolov is at the door.
So,
Here. All of you.
15 for me.
Wait, so it's
So where
Plus-
are
no,
we
plus your
standing?
initiative. So
Plus
Plus-
your dexterity.
okay.
Where are you guys standing?
no, it's plus your
Awkward
initiative.
backed up? Or where were you?
Oh, they're the same.
Hawkwood's back by the
I was backed up quite a bit with
Here?
my hammer.
I was.
Alright,
You were already back, weren't you?
You were on the stairs.
I was on the stairs, but then.
And I was.
So had you moved into the room? Or were you
Yes,
back?
yes.
I'm behind Toto.
But I pulled out my hand crossbow.
So?
19 for me.
Okay.
Oh, we won already.
19. 19 for Tolov. Did everybody roll initiative?
15 for me. For Hawkward, this is
Maracus?
12.
Plus your initiative, which is up top.
Top.
Losing it.
0.
Okay. 12.
Corian?
7.
7. All right. Okay, so these hands come out at you, and you're unprepared for them, and they grasp right onto you. Chunk! And they are going to slash at you and try and hurt you. The first one strikes at you. That's a 9 to beat your AC.
Oh, I'm 15.
Okay, no good. That's cocked. That's also a 9. So they're like sitting like right on your shoulders, and you're just like,
Massage.
yeah, right. These and this is disgusting. Like these are two desiccated,
Oh.
they're basically zombie hands.
Yeah.
Chopped off at the wrists, bones protruding. They don't smell very good, and they're right on you. Like you don't understand the magic involved with animating a hand, but it's happening.
Yeah.
And you're able to, dodge out of the way of these things.
Okay.
And now it is your turn to do something.
Okay. Wow. I don't really want to accidentally stab myself in the neck. It would be unpleasant. Well, I guess I have to. I would like to take my 2 daggers handle side toward my body and go.
All right. You just be like trying to knock them off. You're trying to
like
hit them.
little pancakes.
But again, the blade is out, so I'm totally fine.
Okay. It's
Yeah, but like cool. You know?
Okay.
Yeah,
Way
I don't know if it
cool.
was like
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if it was like an orangutan.
very dexterous.
Practice my orangutan on the drive home from work today. Okay, so roll to hit. D20 and add your dagger to hit modifier.
It's just that.
Oh.
That's your damage. So
Oh, okay. So just 17?
Yeah.
17.
17 hits. 17 hits. So you're using. This is your first strike. So you hit it. Roll for damage.
Do it again. First. 3 plus 4. 7.
Okay. So with your first dagger, yeah, you basically cut right through this thing. You slash right through it. It goes smacking into the wall right next to you, and it hits the ground, and it isn't moving. You follow that up with the other dagger very quickly. Roll to see if you hit with the D20.
7. Oh, never mind. Gah!
14 plus 6, 20.
20.
It hits.
And then your D4.
Roll your D4 again for damage. This time, don't add any number to it.
It's just 1.
Okay.
Wow, wow.
Okay, so yeah, with your other hand, you stab at this thing, and you slash off like a pinky finger, but it's still like. No, I'll say you do knock it to the ground, but it's like.
Oh, like.
It's skittering
The
around on the
hand.
ground like the hand from
And I
Adam's family.
Yay.
Tolov, can we give you a hand?
Oh wow! You know what? I gotta think ahead of time.
This is
I gotta
a
think ahead of
serious
time.
situation.
Okay.
I was
Awkward.
waiting for a job.
Awkward, you're up. So this guy is dead, And this guy is on the ground right next to her,
Skittering.
skittering around. Yeah.
I am not sure if it is a living thing or not. So I will attack with my hammer, which I already have out,
So you run right up to it?
ready to go.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. Roll to attack.
$18.
That hits.
3.
All right. So you bring your hammer down on this thing, and there's a wet as this filthy, rotten hand goes shatter, and and chunks of it go flying out from underneath. the
Hawkward,
striker.
you nailed it. Well done.
You
Good
killed
work,
something.
awkward.
We
So-
don't know. It may have been undead. May not have killed it.
I think it's safe to say it was undead.
The thing that's lying there in half pieces, it's not moving at all.
No,
Okay.
it is now
Kaput.
Booties.
inanimate. Yes,
My hands are dead.
they are.
Sweet small bit of revenge.
And what you've revealed beyond this secret door, now that you've been attacked by these odd little things, is a narrow hallway that goes forward 10 more feet. There's a sconce on the wall. It's not lit, so it's dark. And it turns left.
Tolov,
Yes.
go stealth. I tell Tolov to see if
How do
he
you
can get
respond?
stealthy. Become stealthy.
I was born stealthy.
Oh,
Okay. So are you stealthing then?
Sure.
Okay. Roll for
you have
stealth.
to roll for stealth so you can
Just to see how stealthy you are. There's a stealth.
10 plus.
There's a plus stealth skill.
Stealth. 18? No. Yeah.
Stealth is up there. So plus.
Right?
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, 18.
Okay. So you're being
Yeah.
very, very quiet. What do you do now that you are especially quiet?
How about you go investigate?
I
Where did she go?
Stop
Tolo,
whispering so loud.
go
No,
investigate.
she's,
tuck and
you
roll.
can clearly see her, but she's just being very quiet.
I tuck and roll into the next room.
Okay.
Or into the hallway.
All right.
Like a gymnast.
Well,
Okay. So what you see as you get into this hallway is it's 25 feet long-ish, still very narrow. It ends at a door.
another door.
There's another door. This door is not a secret door. It's clearly a door. You're close enough with your dark vision to see that it's a reinforced metal door.
Metal door.
Yeah, like this door's not. It's not messing around.
Can metal doors be blasted or no?
Sure. Any door, anything can be blasted.
Baracus,
Well,
what are you doing back there?
I mean, should we go see if it's open
not quite
or something?
stealthy.
Yes. Tolov, you are stealthy right
Okay,
now. You
all
should
right.
maybe
Stealth.
go and give it a little try and see what happens.
You should give a listen as well.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you do, Tolov?
I do a backhand spring
Okay.
down the hallway. A series of them.
I need to learn how to do those.
You're kind of cartwheeling down the hallway as you do. Okay.
That is impressive.
In complete silence.
Is anybody following, or
Yes, I will
or
follow.
I mean,
I would
what,
follow.
what do you
I
do?
would follow.
Yes, come, let's go.
So where are you?
Ruckus, let's go.
Alright, yes, first friend.
What's the marching order here?
You?
My first friend and I hold hands and walk
Yes.
Side by
I
side
hold
through
his
the
hands.
hallway?
Well, it's a little narrow for that.
Okay.
I lead the way, but we are holding hands.
So you
Yes.
lead the way. You're right
Like
behind
this.
her.
And his hand is holding my left hand, so I can have my hand crossbow out.
Corian or awkward.
I will bring up the rear, but watching carefully to make sure that the door doesn't close behind us.
Okay, so you say here.
Yes.
Good, awkward, good.
Okay. So you're flipping down the hallway. As soon as you get here, you step on a plate on the floor,
I was about to say, let's check for traps. Son of a gun!
and you hear this telltale click as the floor underneath you
I quick
shifts.
try to roll out the door.
I duck.
You are all terrible friends.
I duck. This happens instantaneously.
So we don't have
And what happens as soon as you step on this spot, you hear this And right above your head, Hawkward, 2 darts come flying out of the wall, down towards the door, and strike you
Strike me.
in the back.
Oh,
Because I am short.
I will say.
Where's your pun now?
I will say. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12.
Okay. Yeah, you don't hear them until it's too late, and they strike you in the back, both of them, and you take.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
I know.
And you take. Where was it? Oh, here it is.
This is a big problem.
You take 4 points of poison damage.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Okay.
The poison dart's not.
Yeah.
Well, who knows what the poison is?
Yeah.
It may
So
be
you feel
zombie
this like
poison.
searing,
Oh.
this searing like heat and a burn in your back. Oh, and you've clearly.
I say, what was the point of being in this hallway?
Sing us an inspirational song.
So
Can we go back?
what do you do?
What do I do?
What do all of you
There's
do?
not much that I can do.
I mean,
Does anyone...
now we've already.
It's pitch black in
activated
here. It's pitch
Oh.
black.
I think I have
You all have dark vision, so it's kind of gray.
a lantern.
Can I cast a healing word on myself?
Sure.
Because I am really having a problem.
Well, let
Right
me.
now.
I'm pretty
we're
sure
not
you
in
can.
initiative, right? Or we're not in...
No, you're not in initiative. A creature of your choice that you can see within range. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. So, can you see yourself within 60 feet?
Yes.
I look at my hand.
Like, it doesn't specifically say you can't heal yourself. So, yeah, I'll say you can.
Okay.
You can hear your own magic invoking this healing. Okay. It's
So-
1d4 plus your spellcasting ability
Yes, 1d4
modifier.
plus 3. Not my spell attack bonus, right?
Spell,
But my spell.
Yeah, whatever your ability modifier is, which is charisma. So plus your charisma modifier.
Yes, plus 3. 6.
Okay.
Great.
So you heal yourself 6 points.
Yay!
Great.
What do you do? Before you is this door, this narrow hallway.
The only way out is through.
Going back.
Can we check to see if there are any more traps?
Yes.
Sure you can.
I'd like to check to see if there are any more traps.
Okay. It's a narrow hallway, so you're looking.
Well, who's in the front?
Can we all check? I am.
Tolov, can you check to see if there are any more traps so I don't get shot in the back again?
Yes.
You got it.
So roll d20 and add your investigation modifier.
Nice.
18.
You don't find any more traps anywhere. You can see two like they look like rat burrow holes in the ground on the bottom corners of the door.
My friends.
Oh, rats.
Rats
Got
are
it.
my
Got it.
friends.
Or the
I thought you were
it's the
talking about
hands.
this.
I bet it's for the
they're not
hands.
rat burrow
Tieflings
holes
or
per se, but
But
they're
the
just
size.
they're
I
the
think they were for
size
the
of
hands.
rats.
I bet those
They're-
hands
they're-
are flying out.
They're the burrowed holes.
Yes.
Underneath.
Can we hear?
More?
Well, I'm too far in the back. Can someone put your ear down by the burrow holes?
Does anyone have a
and try to
stethoscope?
hear?
Is that in someone's
Does anyone have a
backpack?
stethoscope?
Come on, someone has to have.
Stethoscope.
So yeah, you you can move up to the door. You've detected no traps.
Okay.
Alright, is the door locked? Have you figured that out?
I have not
We haven't
yet.
even checked the door yet.
Check the
No.
door.
We should check the door.
Hey, Toto, check the door.
I jiggle the handle.
It is not locked.
Ooh. All right, Baracus. You're
Crack it open and have a look-see. You're stealthy.
Yeah, you're the stealthy one.
Why are you trying to get me killed?
I'm not. You're
I'm saying
stealthy.
I'll be the worst person to do it. I'm not very stealthy.
Okay.
Open the door quietly.
I crack the door open just a tiny amount so that I can put one eye through the hole and figure
Okay.
it.
So you crack the door open ever so slightly. And what you see, very briefly, is a room it's slightly larger than the cellar that you came from.
Okay.
And from your vantage point, so like the door is opening from hinges on the left, so you crack the door open like this, and you can see off into the right-hand side of the room. There are what you can only make out as cells.
Like prison cell?
Like prison cells. And the smell coming from in here is almost enough to make you pass out. It's really, really dreadful.
Okay.
That's all you see.
I shut the door. Gentlemen, we don't want to go in there.
I can't hear you.
Why?
I'm in the back of this line.
It appears to be a prison with potentially multiple dead bodies. The smell is atrocious.
I am closer now. You don't have to speak so loud.
Okay. Does anyone here have poor smelling abilities?
Well, we can all take little bits of fabric and put it up on our noses. Well, we're here. Let's go inside.
Right,
I say we go inside.
I'm going to go inside.
Okay. I mean, you can walk around each other. So
Yes, I'm going to go all the way in.
I have a bad
you're gonna go right in.
I'm going to go right in.
Okay.
Let's get this party started.
And I'm going to pull out my keen-bladed short sword and walk in hand with my friend Baracus.
Okay.
Can we see in this room?
You can now. The door is swung open.
But it's the light inside.
And so what you see before you is very similar stone wall and floor as the cellar. On your right hand side are what look like 6 cells, 6 jail cells. There's some odd table here with like chains and straps on them, and like a shelf of some kind that has a bunch of chest of drawers on it, and another table over there. And on the table are some rusted old like knives and different instruments. And wandering on this side of the room over here
Just some.
are 2. They're not armed like this.
Oh, okay.
But they're the skeletons that I have. 2 skeletons
Oh, no.
and a mummy.
Ooh, mummy.
Do they see us yet?
Absolutely. You barge into this room. They see you, and they're clickety clacking around this room, bumping into the walls.
Damn.
You know, and as soon as that door opens and you come in, they look at you, and battle ensues.
Oh, battles already. Oh, they didn't even stop to talk. Okay. We could have talked about it first, but
What do we do?
all right, you already know what I'm doing.
Do we continue or do we wait for next week?
Oh,
Want to continue? What time is it?
9:21.
It's 9:21.
Just one Eldritch Blast. Just one Eldritch Blast.
Should we go some rounds into
Yes,
battle?
let's do some rounds.
Roll
for
do
initiative.
some rounds.
Do
Do
some
some
initiative.
rounds. Do some rounds. Do some.
I'm feeling hot. I'm feeling hot.
Where's my? Oh, and we have to give away the Norse Foundry dice.
Do it before I film it.
Yes.
Not right now.
Well, we will as
Yes,
soon
we
as
will.
we wrap things up. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go with Eldritch Blast.
So roll for
Don't
initiative.
forget, everyone who's watching right now, if you want to get entries for the Norse Foundry metal dice,
Norse Foundry dice.
you can get 2 entries right now if you become a subscriber. Right now,
Right now.
Still.
you will get entered.
Don't dilly-dally.
Do not dilly-dally.
I agree.
Still getting ready to drop this.
Okay, so have we rolled initiative?
No.
Please do.
I've rolled a 20, but I'm kind of outside.
That's a 9.
Is that where you were when we started the room, or would you have walked up?
This is 6 or 9.
That's a 9.
I guess I would have walked up.
Okay. So you rolled a 20.
Yes. I rolled a 19.
Great.
With my +1.
I rolled a 9.
14. 14.
13.
Elder's Blast will not be had to.
Okay. So you come bursting into this room. Baracus, you are kind of distracted by the fact that there are prison cells in this cellar of a tavern. Yes.
What is good with this little prisoner?
And so the fact that you are surrounded by a bunch more of undead is, that's a little startling to you. Hawkward, however, you've had just this moment of clarity where you were ready, and they burst in, and you respond first to this battle situation. What do you do?
Oh, okay.
Can I safely cast Thunderwave inside?
Not where you are right now. You can move and then cast it.
All right. I will move to a safe place so I won't hit any of my friends.
Okay.
Well, I didn't mean friends, I meant adventuring acquaintances.
Oh, our relationship is going well. Well,
Okay.
We
And
So-
I will
we
cast
saved some of his
Thunderblast.
animals.
we did save some of our. good
Okay,
friends.
so what you step in, say, here. It's a 15-foot cube, 5, 10, 15. So this 15-foot cube right here, you'll miss them, and it'll just blast that way. It'll catch this humanoid wrapped in bandages.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, he has to make a con save.
Yes.
The mummy. That is a 14. What is your spell save DC? On your spell sheet, it should be near the top.
The middle number on the spell sheet.
Spell sheet. Spell save DC 13.
Okay, so he saves. And on a save, he takes half damage and is not pushed back. So roll a 2d8. And then cut that number in half.
6 and 1.
7, so he takes 3 damage. Okay? So you come stepping out, you stomp on the ground, casting this druidic nature spell, and this cube of force comes flying out and slams into this thing. Some of its wrappings go flapping behind it, but he's doing all right. And now he's turned and looking straight at you. Corian, you're up. You've got 20 more feet of movement, so you could back up. You could go to a different area of the jail. You could stay right where you are if you wish.
Who am I blocking?
You're in front of Tolov here.
Oh.
So you could back up if you wished. You could go over here. You could stay right where you are.
I would like to at least move so that she can, if she chooses to fire an arrow, she can safely do so.
I
Okay.
can go over your head, awkward.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to go at the mummy.
Is that accepted?
Can I move to the side?
Here?
Instead of towards the skeletons?
Or here?
Just not right up to the... Yes.
Okay. Yes. Corian,
Okay,
you're
I'm
up.
going to go running in front of my actual friend Hawkwood.
You're gonna run.
And
Oh.
Here?
oh well, diagonal, I guess, right there. And then pull out my rapier and I'm sorry, my keen-bladed short sword, and try to sword this mummy until they cry mummy.
Okay, do it.
17.
17 hits. This thing is not wearing armor.
9.
Okay, 9 points of damage. Great. So yeah, you come slashing through this thing and you cut some of the ribbons away. This thing is, it's a pretty good hit, but
That
it's
didn't
tough.
wipe him out?
It's pretty tough. And now it is.
It's not toilet paper he's wearing.
Now it is the creature's turn. And I will say this:
Delicately.
Corian and Hawkward. Both of you give me a Constitution save.
You got it.
17.
Where's my Constitution? So high. 14. Oh, there's 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. So both of you feel this. The stench is just almost overwhelming, and the proximity with which you are near this thing, it near overwhelms you. But you dig deep, and you fight off whatever effect this thing might have had on
you. Do that every round.
Let's see. Okay, so and now you are going to have to do that every round. Yeah, if you're within a certain proximity of him. And he's going to swipe at you, just and he does so. That's a 16 to hit.
That would hit me. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, lonely boy 691. May you not be lonely while you're watching us.
That's 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
What?
Oh my god.
This guy's made out of ribbon. How is that possible?
Dang.
8 points?
Where's your puns now, see?
8 points.
Awkward, you're so mean.
Tolov, you're up.
Okay. I would like to take my short bow.
Okay.
My trusty bow. And can I shoot the mummy from where I am?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Yep.
I'll do that. Wait.
17
plus 10.
right there.
Oh. 23.
23 hits.
And 1d6.
8.
8 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, you draw back. Thunk. You send this arrow right into his shoulder. Hurts him. It's tough. He's not really slowing down though. Is that it? Are you going to stay where you are?
Yep.
Okay. And now it is the skeleton's turn. And they begin to wander and walk as they do. Both of them coming up to you, Baracus.
No. Oh no.
Attacking you.
Both of them at the same time?
The minis look, by the way, awesome minis by my boy Chris Michael.
That's right. Big shout out to Chris Michael. Go follow him on Instagram.
Follow him on Instagram. Pigeon.
We know this.
Pigeon something.
Yeah, it's Pigeon.
Rat.
Pigeon Rat.
Pigeon Rat.
Pigeon Rat. Chris Michael, Pigeon Rat. Big shout out to you, my friend.
So
He's a new friend.
These are just simply skeletons. They each have a knife in their hand. They don't have swords and things like that. So they both swing at you to see if they hit you.
Oh no.
That is that's a 20 to hit on the first one. Okay, the second one, that is an 8 to hit. So the second one does not hit.
What's your armor class?
Armor class.
Oh, 11.
Okay, so the second one does not hit you. The first one, however, does with his dagger, and he does 3 points of piercing damage.
It's way better.
Pokes at you,
Yeah.
and he catches you like right in the gut. Slashes at you.
So hurt.
Okay,
Okay, so
and
One more.
so you take 3 points of hit points. There you go. And it is now your turn. And Hawkward, you're on deck.
All right, Baracus.
I need to use my armor of Agathis right now.
You what now?
Armor of Agathis?
Armor of Agathis.
What does that mean?
Armor of Agathis. Yes. What does Armor of Agathis mean?
Armor of Agathis is a spell that you cast on yourself. It gives you 5 temporary hit points, and then it also makes it so that if anything attacks you and hits you, they take 5 points of cold damage in return.
I'm a little bit late to the party, but
You don't want to attack them.
Yes.
Huh? You don't want to attack them.
Well,
They're hurting you. I
yes,
understand.
they're hurting.
I understand.
You get it.
I get it, Brackus.
You get it.
Trying a different system here.
I love it.
So,
Oh.
yeah, I know, right? I know.
Is that initiative?
This is initiative
Yeah.
order, yes.
I like.
That's helpful.
So
Very
you've gone. What are you going to do, Baracus? You're casting Armor of Agathis?
Yes.
Okay. Is that
You were first, right? Oh.
Armor of Agathis? I'm just seeing if it's an action or a bonus action. It's an action, so this will take your whole action. Go ahead. Oh, well, you cast it on yourself, so it's there.
Oh,
So now you've cast it on yourself. Give you in the temporary hit points area.
Yes.
Put a 5.
Yep.
And that's what you'll take away from next time you get hit
Okay.
until they're all depleted.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Okay. And you are pretty much pinned in there, so you're not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
Hawkwood, you're up. Corian on deck.
I will throw my hammer at the skeleton that is in between.
This guy right here.
One in the middle. Yes.
Okay.
Hoo-yah!
He's gonna kill you.
Uh, 9.
9 does not hit.
Oh. I pull out my club to ready for the next round.
Okay. Great. Corian, you're up.
Yes, I understand that.
You guys get this system, right? I'm just kind of using it as a.
All right, I'm taking my keen-bladed short sword,
Okay.
and I am praying and begging for a good roll. 18, 19, or 20. Son of a gun! 14. So 19. 19.
Great.
14 hits. That hits.
Well, 19, right. 1d6 plus 3. Oh, man. 3 plus 3, 6.
6 points of damage. Okay.
How mummy was
If I
it?
roll an 18, 19, 20, it kills.
Oh.
It's a critical roll. And now it's slightly.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Now it is his turn,
Yeah.
and I need you 3 to roll me a Constitution save.
Oh,
Plus your
10.
right in the middle.
Okay.
10,
Oh, crap.
12.
12.
6.
Okay. You save, Tolov. You 2, this foul aura has kind of overwhelmed you, and you're weaker. And until the end of your next turn, you have disadvantage on your attacks
Oh, great.
because you're weakened. Okay. And yeah, I mean you're right in front of him, so he's just gonna look right at you, and this kind of withering, shimmery essence comes out of his eyes, and he's glaring at you. Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, wisdom save. Easy. I'm very wise. Four.
Okay.
No.
So 4. So you fail. You have fallen prey to his dreadful glare. Yes. And you are now frightened until the end of his next turn.
How frightened am I? Do I lose control of anything?
Your bowels.
What was your roll?
A 2 plus 2 of 4.
Okay. You are so frightened that you are paralyzed with fear. Until the end of his next turn. So you will be paralyzed.
Am I so? I'm so paralyzed that do I lose control of any of my faculties?
Paralyzed.
Please don't make the smell worse.
My spiritual faculties.
Oh, got it.
No, of course not.
Son of a gun.
So, yes. And that's where we're at. You're paralyzed. Okay? Sorry.
Well, first,
It's a mummy.
Jeez.
Tolov, it
You
is your
done it
turn.
again, first run.
Okay, I'm gonna go for that mummy again with my short bow.
I would love someone to donate $15 at this moment so that we can get a fractured roll going.
15. Wait, what do I add to this?
You have to
Nothing.
tell them what it is.
Oh, I did,
You're,
right?
you're +2.
Short bow. Yeah, 17.
17
Eric,
hits.
Tell them what a fractured roll is.
17 hits. 9.
9 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, so your marksmanship is perfect. You're just loading this thing up with arrows. Poof, 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 as it's standing there, bearing down on Corian, your teammate.
And I go,
I'm trying to help you.
thank you, Tola!
You're just like,
Thank you, Tola! I appreciate it!
all right. It is the skeleton's turn, and they both continue to attack you. Following up,
you
one with the dagger, both of them now following up with their own claw. That's a 9 to hit, misses. That's a natural 1, which misses. So they're just, clattering after you, trying to hit you and strike you. But you're a nimble little son of a gun. So
Muhammad Ali.
that's right. And now, Baracus, it is your turn.
Stinging. You're floating like a butterfly.
Wait,
What is the mummy doing
Yes.
currently?
not listed.
Which one?
The
So
mummy?
that's all right. I
What's he
mean,
doing
you guys
currently?
didn't.
He's bearing down on Corian.
Right.
Yeah.
He's already paralyzed. Well, I'm going to use the burning hands
Okay.
on the fellow right in front of me.
You could do it on both of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
goody.
And the flames would reach to about right here in an arc like that.
Perfect.
So you would miss everybody
Will
but
it
the
burn off
skeletons.
some stench?
Right.
So
Okay.
Probably, actually.
Burning hands on those boys.
burning hands.
Okay.
So you hold your hands in a fan with your thumbs together. They have to make a dex save. So the flames just come pouring out, and these skeletons have to make a dexterity save. Nope, not yet.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's a spell. You just pause.
What's your spell save DC?
the top on your spell?
Oh, it shoots. Oh, 13.
13. Okay, so one of them saves, one of them does not save. Strange, So one of them is just able to somehow. Well, they both take damage. One of them just takes more damage than the other one. 3d6.
3d6.
Yeah, 3 rolls of that guy.
Jeez.
2.
5.
Nice, very nice. Well done. That's a better one.
4.
Hey.
So 11 total. Okay. So the first one who, neither of them are down, but half of 11 would be 6. So yeah, one of them is terribly scorched. One of them is, burned as well, but not quite as burned as the other one. So yeah, that's great.
I mean, it's good.
Hawkwood, you're up. Corian on deck.
I'm paralyzed though.
I will take my club and hit the mummy.
You're gonna come around to the mummy.
Yes.
Well, there's like a dresser, not a dresser, but it's like a chest of drawers. You could push it over. I mean, it's just a piece of furniture
Could he stand on it?
if you wish.
So he's
You could.
face to face with the mummy.
What do you wish to do?
I will hop upon it.
Okay. So it's about as tall as you are. So it takes a moment to climb up onto it. Not too long though. You get up there, and I will say from there you'll be able to hit.
I will swing my two-handed great club
You're
down.
up high. You're up high. Swing with advantage.
Yeah.
Roll twice.
10 and 11 plus 2.
It hits.
13.
Yes. Excellent. And then 1d8. Right. For damage. 8
Plus.
plus. I don't think I have any.
No strength modifier?
Uh,
The strength plus 0?
yeah.
Okay, so 8 points of damage. Whoop-boof! You bash this thing right in the side of the head.
You are not a living thing!
He is not a living thing. Corian, you are up. You are
He's
paralyzed.
still fine, the mummy? He's just like...
He's hurt. I mean,
I
there's
didn't break his
there's
spell
there's
at all.
tatters. No, there's tatters that have been torn off, and and he's a little bit slower, but he's tough. He's still standing. Corian is paralyzed
Yes, I'm
until
paralyzed.
the end of your turn.
But I can.
But I think it's time that your soul fractures.
Yes.
And
Whoa!
what we see is, what happens?
Well, I lose control of my fissure in my soul,
Yes.
and out comes.
And I'll tell you how I
Yes,
envision.
please do.
So you're frozen in this panicked fear, and you feel this crack open inside of you, inside
Yes,
your
the
core,
pulsing that I feel,
And-
always
and-
trying to come out.
and your body starts to convulse, and then
This is a
You come out
strange
like this.
thing.
Oh, thank
yeah.
God.
So I'm going to use this mini to represent that you are
It makes me uncomfortable.
not the way
Best
you were.
friend, there you go.
I did not see this before.
You don't see this guy, but that's what's happened.
Whoa!
Best friend, there you go.
This is very shocking to me.
What is this stench that I am smelling? I will rage!
All right, raging.
And then I'm going to grab my my great club.
Okay.
I'm going to grab my great club. And
I
say,
am weirded out, but cannot stop watching.
Listen, mummy. We all know mummies should stay away from the clubs. I'm gonna sing.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh my gosh, that's so bad.
Best friend, that was not a good joke.
Okay, swing away.
11, 17.
Hits. Definitely hits.
1d8 plus 4. Not checking. 4, 8.
Okay.
Yes. Get him.
Whoop, boof! You bash this guy on the other side that, Hawkward swings, boom, you crack, boom, you slam it from the other side. I mean, it's taking damage, it's hurting. So, anything else? You gonna stay right where you
I'm
are?
staying right here. I will take down the mummy boy.
Okay. And then now it is the mummy's turn. And I need Hawkward, Corian, and just you two. Give me a Constitution save.
7.
Natural 20. I mean, sorry. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Dirty
So you
20.
save.
This is 20.
You,
This
however,
is,
you are
taking
you are
things,
overcome by the
little
stench.
babushka,
So much so that you are poisoned.
taking babushka out for
You're not
clubbing.
like you are in a state of being poisoned, and what that means
I'm
is
sorry, Jess.
you have disadvantage on all your attack rolls and ability checks until the end of its next turn.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh! It smells terrible.
Okay.
Ah!
And so
Ah!
he reels back with one of his meaty, wrapped hands, and he swings at you. That's a natural 20.
Oh!
Oh no.
Did I hear 3 rolls?
Oh,
Poor Hawkward.
That is 16 points of damage.
Oh,
Oh my god, you're about to die.
Takes me down to 1.
What do we do?
Wow.
How do we help?
wow.
Hawkward is about to die.
We can't
He's
let
about to go
Hawkward
unconscious.
I'll go unconscious and then you do saving throw.
No, he just comes clubbing at you right in your midsection. And, just, almost like carves a chunk away from you. Okay. Tolov, you're up.
I'm gonna get this mummy. Can I reach him straight through the middle of the two with the
Yep.
short bow?
Yep.
Alright, let's do it. 6, 12.
Hits.
Nice.
It's 7.
7. Okay. Yeah, so this thing is covered in arrows. He's visibly
Bristling
slower
like
than he used to be.
porcupine.
Yeah, pretty
Don't
much.
wipe your bum with porcupine. That is a good reminder that he is showing.
That's a good hit.
Thank you.
And now it is the skeleton's turns.
What's your
It
action?
could clean it.
And they
could
both
clean
just
very
continue
well.
to mindlessly attack at you. Now following up their swings from before with their knives. That is 14 to hit.
Yeah, he's a barbarian.
What's your AC?
Where is it?
It should be on the front one. The shield.
Isn't it 12 or something? 11?
Yeah, it was like, hold on.
Lincoln, can you see?
Oh, it's 11.
11. Okay, so the first one hits you. The second one is a 13 to hit. So they both get you.
Well, they do lose.
5.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that's right. You have your armor.
Oh, good point. Very good point. So the damage that they give you is 4 from the first one and 5 from the other one. So 9 points of damage, and they each take 5 as they slash at you like that. Okay, one of them, this misty, frosty, cold aura envelops it, and it crumbles to the ground.
Oh. Yay!
Without even trying.
And this one freezes up for a moment, but he's still animated and moving, but
Okay.
just barely.
Alright, I'm down to 3.
1, 3.
15.
You're up.
Okay. I was gonna get Eldritch Blast him. I just Eldritch Blast him. Keep it very
Finish him off, Baracus.
I'll finish him off with a good old Eldritch Blast who never fails.
Okay.
Point blank.
Point blank Eldritch
Point blank.
Blast.
Do it.
Ooh, 17 plus 5. Oh, 22.
That hits.
It's hard.
Bam.
That hits. 1d10 force damage.
This is it, right?
Yeah, if you roll a 1, he's dead.
Oh, don't roll a
That's-
0.
That's an 8.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, that's
there we go. Yeah, 5.
yes. So this thing shatters and bursts, and bone
Yay.
shards go flying everywhere in front of you.
It
Rocket.
smells terrible.
Okay.
I
Now
can't.
now you have movement. You have
It
30 feet of
hurts.
movement if you wish.
It hurts. I'm going to move towards the mummy.
Which
Are you
direction?
You're low
Are you
on
going
me.
here? Are you going here? Where are you going? Where do you want to go?
Stay where you stay.
Yeah,
from the mummy.
Okay.
Let's stay.
Stay where you are, Baracus. We will be taking out of this one for you.
talk. This is when we talk.
Am
He
I
has
still
not talked to us
This is
yet.
the last one. This is the last one.
Yes, the last one.
with
You-
the stench?
You are you poisoned. So you have disadvantage on your attack rolls. That's what you have.
All right.
That's the state you're in.
It seems like I should probably retreat.
Okay. If you do, he'll get an attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah, that's not good. Can I cure wounds on myself?
You sure can. If you have enough spell slots.
I should have one.
If you got one, then you can use it. That'll be your action.
Yep.
Okay. So cure wounds, I believe. Let me look it up real quick. 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier, which is whatever. I think it's wisdom for you.
Yes.
So 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
8.
Plus 8 total.
No. Yeah, 8 total. 5 plus 8.
Okay. So
5 plus 8.
you quickly mutter a prayer to the spirits of nature, and you feel this warmth envelop your body as you heal 8 hit points, and that's it. Yeah.
All right.
Corian, you're up.
Let me club you, mommy, in face.
Oh, you didn't do rage.
I did
extra
not
rage.
do raging.
You didn't. We didn't add extra rage damage.
We needed to add extra raging.
I just did.
Thank you. Great club. Meet your destiny. 12.
Hits.
Yes. Excellent. 1d8. 2, 4. 3 plus 4 is 7.
Okay. Plus 2 is 9.
2 is 9.
Okay.
All right, come on.
So yeah, you club this thing. Boof! It's staggering. I mean, there are chunks of it that are missing. It's tattered.
Quit stenching up my face. Fall on yours.
It's staggering. It's looking really hurt. And now it is its turn. So you are currently poisoned. Yes. You two give me a Constitution save.
11.
9.
You both fail. You both are sickened once again, and you feel this weakening come across you. You both have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
What does that mean?
Means
You roll the d20 twice, and you take the lower of the two numbers. Okay. And so yeah, he's just swiping at everything in front of him. It's your turn, and he swipes at you with his hand. That's a 15 to hit.
15 armor class.
Meet or beat. He hits you. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Am I raging? Do I?
Oh, so 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Good. Thank you for the reminder.
Yep.
And that takes us to Tolov. Yes?
Yes. Alright. Going with the trusty short bow.
Bristle this
I
sucker
roll
up.
this twice.
You roll it twice and take the lower of the two.
Well, that would probably
that would
be
be
not
one.
much lower than
Okay.
that one.
That's
So,
gonna be that.
so yeah, this time you let your arrow fly and it whistles past the
Where are
sword.
you
And
shooting,
I
little
don't
one?
add anything to it, right?
Nothing.
No,
'cause
one
it
is a failure.
Got it.
Yeah.
Worst roll.
So you miss it. You can move. You've got movement if you wish. So you can stay right where you are. Throw up at your feet a little bit.
I'll hurl
Okay.
in the surrounding area.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, can I hurl at the mummy?
Next time.
Melee
If you want.
attack. Melee hurl
Melee
attack.
hurl. Yeah.
It smells like cheese and bile.
The skeletons are out. So
Yeah,
Baracus, you're up.
Okay. The mummy still stands.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to throw a chill touch at the mummy.
Ooh.
Do you have? Oh, that's a cantrip, so you can't do that. So ranged spell attack.
Yes.
19 plus 5.
That hits.
24. 24.
So you stretch your hand out, and this odd spectral skeletal hand appears out of nowhere and reaches for him. So it's a 1d8. Yeah, that's the 8. Yeah.
No. 5.
How do you kill it?
Oh.
Yay!
The hands uncoil the mummy's body, to reveal a very skinny figure. Looks quite grotesque. And then once the figure is naked without the mummy wrapping, I peel the legs apart like a wishbone, ripping the mummy into two.
Okay. All right. So strangely enough, 2 spectral hands appear.
Yeah.
and begin to bash, tear, and grab these 2 legs because they're big hands.
They're big hands.
They grab them right around the legs. And rip! In this
Yay!
strange, naked, zombie-ish mummy form.
Yes.
Wishbone tears in half.
Oh, that is side-splittingly hilarious what just happened. I can see why Corian finds you friend.
I'm
Okay.
still vomiting.
but not from the joke.
Polo is still throwing up.
What lettuce joke you had there? I enjoy that one.
I swat the pieces of vomit out of the way as they're flying towards it.
This room
The
smells
cold
great.
hands are catching little vomits and freezing them.
It was
All
all
right.
bad.
So now that you find yourself in this, there's still a vague stench in here, but whatever conflict that you experienced momentarily or not momentarily, but moments ago, is now seemingly over. What do you do?
My heart starts going back to normal pace. I am fast becoming friends with you all. Thank you for letting me.
This is not easy to watch.
Oh,
It's very easy to.
Wow. Well done, Brackus.
And
Thank you for saving my life.
once again, yes, I know.
I have gotten control of him again, thank you.
We must now search the room for clues and, if you wish, gold.
I do wish. I also wish to get some more cheese now that I threw it up.
Is there anything in the cells or anyone?
So you find yourself again with no activity in the room apart from yourselves. You look around, and it's a somewhat large rectangular room. There are jail cells in here, and the cells have rotten cots in them, bones. I mean, there's bones of rats everywhere. Tattered piles of clothing and filth. And then in front of you, you see this, what can only be described as like an operation table almost, except it has restraints on it, chains and leather straps. There's evidence of, dried blood, right? And like I said before, there's a table beyond it. It has some rudimentary, ugly instruments, and you stand on a chest of drawers, not like a clothing, but it's like a filing cabinet essentially. You're looking around the room. Yeah, that's what you said you're doing.
Yes.
Okay.
We should search for traps on the cabinet. I will get down.
Okay.
Also see if there's anything under it.
Okay. There's nothing under it.
What about in it?
Searching for traps.
Yes.
You're doing that. You're doing that. Who's doing that?
I will do it as well.
I will
Okay.
search for
So
traps.
you can do it with advantage. Roll twice. Take the higher.
Hey,
Oh, natural 20!
Whoop! That's awesome. We're supposed to get excited.
Yay!
It's getting late though.
Natural 20!
There are no traps. You are fully confident there's not a trap in the room. So
Great. Well,
Let's open the drawers.
okay. So you open the drawers, and there's more tools. There are,
should we take them?
if you wish to take them, you can take them. But you find stuff as well.
Stuff.
I
What
do
kind
find
of
stuff.
stuff?
You find the belongings of the people that were in here. Let me get.
Oh boy.
So, interesting. What you find some gold and some silver. You find some rings, some bracelets. But I'll get specific here. You find 48 gold pieces.
Oh,
Oh, good for her.
that's all of us, right?
Yes, I'll keep track.
Oh, yes,
I mean, unless they didn't see that I found
I'll
these
keep
things,
track.
in which
48
case
gold
it's
pieces.
just
I think they did.
Okay.
And then we'll,
All right, so how are
we'll
you-
split this up. We'll
Yeah.
split this up once we find
Because you
what
still
we have.
got
Yes,
stuff
we've got
from
a
Felicia.
lot. Yes, we have a lot of
Why don't we,
gold.
why
I'm
don't we
keeping
do that
track.
at the start of
Keeping track.
next session?
Yes, we'll do that at the
We
start
do
of
a
next
little-
section. We're going to divvy out all of our gold. This gold is weighing me down. This is why I did
Gold-
not fight very
Gold
well.
and stuff.
Well,
Because
you're almost
you still
Yes.
have a longbow slung over your shoulder.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
No, I do. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have a longbow.
Who has the longbow from Felicia? And her. I gave that stuff to you last time.
Oh my goodness.
You must have-
Oh my goodness. I have the keen edge sword, and I do have a longbow. What the crap?
You have a dagger that you can throw and it comes back to you.
Piercing. Returning. How did I not return with the dagger?
So we'll take care of all that next time.
So we've had those things this whole time?
This
Yeah.
whole battle.
Yep.
Why
They
I
wouldn't
oughta.
help. They wouldn't have helped.
True.
Yes, we won.
So 48 gold, 30 silver, 2 gold rings, each worth 5 gold apiece. Those bracelets you found in the cemetery, 5 gold apiece. That's how much they're worth.
Cool.
I would recommend not trying to sell them in
I
town,
thought those
though.
were mine personally, but I'll remove
You
them
can
from
keep
my
them.
personal.
No, they are yours.
They're yours.
Oh.
You
They are
took them.
yours.
You didn't even
Yeah.
tell us about it.
Yeah.
They
sure.
are yours.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
And you find 3 more bracelets,
Uh-huh.
okay? Each of them worth 8 gold each. 8. Okay? You find 2 daggers,
Nice.
simple daggers.
Does anyone want these daggers?
I
I have no daggers.
You
Would you like some?
find...
I have 3 already.
Oh. Yes.
You also find a leather pouch that has some sand in it,
And it's-
and you find what you can only determine to be like a wand of some kind. And a notebook.
I opened the notebook.
Oh!
There's a notebook here, everyone. It seems to be a journal of Rector Harold, a proprietor.
Swedish chef.
No,
Swedish
no,
chef.
please no.
Yeah, give me-
I spent
My
too much
efforts
time
to
on that.
learn.
Please no.
Perhaps we should read this at the beginning of our next session.
Let's,
Yes.
because it's yes.
Cliffhanger.
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 Come tune in next Wednesday,
Yes.
7 p.m. Pacific, to find out what this notebook says about this alleged torture room and now vomit repository.
And you have to give away some dice,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And we're
That's
going to
where
give away
we'll-
some dice.
That's where we'll call it for tonight. Thank you for watching with us. Thank you for being here. We love you. We appreciate you. Please be kind to one another. Please. Love one another. We live in a fun time where we just need more positivity all around us. So please be a part of that.
Amen to that. Let's give away these
Let's
dice.
give away some stuff.
These are all of our dice entries. Thank you to everyone who entered on Twitter. If you would like to subscribe right now, you'll get 2 entries if you become a subscriber right now. But let's get where's the biggest?
There's a pot right behind your head. There's a stein behind your
Here
head.
it is. Oh, that was one of our
That's
old.
good.
There we go. We are going to be giving away these dice from Critical Role, or from Norse Foundry.
Norse Foundry.
Wow. We're going to give away these dice from Norse Foundry to somebody
Somebody.
on here.
Who's gonna pull that out?
So who?
Mix up,
Yeah.
mix up, mix
Let's have-
up.
Lana, you want
Let's
to pull
have
this
Lana
out?
pull it out.
Lana's ready.
No,
The rogue,
why
the
would
stealthy rogue is going to pull out our prize for this evening. Thanks to everyone.
So when
who
you
was
don't get
watching.
it, you can blame Lana.
That's right.
Nope.
If you don't win these dice, you
So weird. They're all playing. I was like,
all right, Lana, when you are ready.
Pick me.
She's got one. She's got one.
the winner is.
At
The handwriting is difficult.
the crowning 2112.
Yay!
At
That's
crowning 2112. You are
The
the
crowning
winner.
2112, you are a winner of these Norse Foundry dice. Make sure if you want to go get a discount on Norse Foundry dice, please go to norsefoundry.com. Use the discount code. Use the discount code FROLL, fractured roll, FROLL, in the discount code. And if you do, and you get your Norse Foundry dice, please tweet at us at Fractured Roll so that we can see you with your awesome Norse Foundry dice
Tweet a pic.
that you got
Yes,
a discount
please.
on.
Tweet a pic.
Congratulations, the Crowning 2112. We'll tweet this out to you, and we'll take a picture. Hold on, we're gonna take a picture right now of
Something.
here, Lana.
Lana can.
Hold up the dice. Hold up the dice.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is all on stream, everybody.
All right.
Behind
tweet that out
the
to you.
camera. Behind the curtain.
The Crowning 2112. Congratulations for winning Norse Foundry dice. Make sure you're following us on Twitter. You can just go down below on the panel to the Twitter box to follow us on Twitter to find out how you can win some new Norse Foundry dice. And I think we are going to host, if you just stick in here, we are going to host some of our local D&D friends, the Merry Mercenaries.
Ooh.
The Merry Mercenaries. So
Great
stick
show,
around.
by the way.
Come
Great
on in
show.
to watch the Merry Mercenaries. So keep watching right now. Please, when we host them, you let them know that you came from Artell TV and from Fractured Roll D&D. So you can, show them. Let's show the Merry Mercenaries a little love. They're a local D&D group, and I'm sure they would love.
They have a great
to,
show.
Yep, they would love to see it. So Blastertron, thank you for being our top fan today.
Yes, thank you.
Blastertron's
Blastertron,
our top
love you.
fractured soul right there. All right, I'm gonna do the Merry Mercenaries.
Who's that?
Hey, that
Is
is
that a late
Zombie in HD1.
Zombie
A new
HD1.
follower.
Zombie.
For all of
Yeah,
your
I
zombie
know.
needs, please watch them in high
Look,
definition.
I've got Matt in my
Hey.
cup.
That's not cool.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you go comment. Go follow the Merry Mercenaries when we go in there. We're going to host them right now.
Do some mummy clips too. We want to see some mummy clips.
Yes, do some mummy clips. Please do some mummy clips.
I want to see them.
And clip this video. Go rewatch it. Clip the video. Some of your favorite things. And also tweet at us your favorite moment tonight. So if you have Twitter, tweet at us at Fractured Roll your favorite moment of tonight. We'll retweet all of your tweets and we'll engage with you on Twitter. So until next week, you guys. Thank you for watching. Be kind.
Good night.